I was like, I don't think I've
Oh,
seen it
really?
before.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. It's mostly on here. Otherwise, it's rare a little bit.
Yeah.
You know, I force my people to use webcam out here. You know what I mean?
I'm on camera so much that anytime I'm on a podcast, it's voice only. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna take the hat off. I'm gonna
relax, get comfortable.
Yo, that is
chill.
so true, bro.
well.
Like more times, like when I'm streaming and I don't have like my webcam on, I got like a tank top, probably no shirt sometimes. I just be chilling. It's actually nice.
Butt ass naked when you got the
I always gotta
webcam
wear
on.
like a nice shirt. I always wear like the trashiest basketball shorts at all times. When I'm like, I'm getting dressed up. Like, no one's seeing this. I'm not gonna. I work from home. I don't care.
Yeah. We're actually live. What's going on, people? How's everybody doing this fine afternoon? Another week, another episode of Press Start Podcast, episode 71. We're gonna go ahead and do our introductions. J Main, start us off.
What's going on, everybody? It's your boy J Main back checking in with the podcast. I hope everybody is having a great week. Hope you're out here gaming. Because you know we got some frauds on here that don't like the game. Erica. Yeah, we
already.
Wow.
We're gonna keep it funky and we're gonna do what we do best. You know,
your own people, dog.
Damn, shit is crazy.
It's like that already?
I ain't saying nothing but the truth. You know what I mean? That's all.
Man.
Mr. Fantastic, say your intro, bro. Jack, that's you.
Who?
Who that?
Man didn't peep it.
Oh shit! You talking about the great catch?
He didn't even
Hey man,
Yo,
fuck you.
I'm mad he didn't even bag it, bro. He didn't even bag the joke.
Hey man, fuck you, man. I'm gonna die by her, man. I'm gonna die by her, man.
I didn't get it. I was like, who's he talking to?
Oh my God.
Like I said, man, to be your own people. But how y'all doing? I hope everybody's having a good week, man. I'm doing okay, man. I'm doing alright.
That's funny as hell.
Mr. 69 himself, what's up?
Oh, hey everybody! Thank you for stopping by the podcast today, and thanks everybody for checking out Stream the Series, which I'm doing on my YouTube channel. So it's awesome. But hope everybody's having a good day. I'm a little sick, so if I have that sensual voice, it's $5.99 a minute. So I hope you enjoy.
$5.99. That's premium prices, though.
It's a premium.
Whoa.
Better not.
Erica.
What's going on, you guys? I'll have you know, I just played a game, J Main. I was streaming right now.
Oh,
where
I hurt your feelings. I'm sorry.
My character was watching softcore porn right
I
now
saw
in
that.
this game. Yakuza 0. Yeah,
Wow.
so I'm still recovering. It's a little awkward, but yeah, I'm happy to be here.
Yeah.
Talk about games.
So I pop into Erica's Twitch stream, then I see some Asian girl playing with her breasts. I'm like, shit is crazy. Like, what's going on here?
Or her premium lit over there in Erica Street. Hey, man, I'm gonna pull up next time if that's what we doing, Erica. I'm gonna make sure I'm in the chat.
Why do you think I moved to Twitch? I mean, YouTube don't play with that. So
Hell no.
You
They're
gotta
gonna clap your stream right then and there.
That's funny. The second I go to YouTube, y'all go to Twitch.
Oh man.
It's funny because you've been such a Twitch advocate too. Now you're on YouTube streaming, so it's crazy.
I'm doing both. I'm just gonna do both.
Yeah, just do both.
Fuck it. I'm just gonna stream.
I was surprised you went to YouTube.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Well, I think what I'm doing is with the Stream the Series thing, I just don't want to hold on to a downloaded like VOD of like 8 or 9 gigs every time I stream, to then upload it to YouTube. I'd rather do it live. And everybody's telling me, and the split was like 56% Twitch, 44% YouTube on people that watch me. So it's like I'm down the middle. So I might as well just, you know what, forget it, do both, and just leave it there. And then
Some days do Twitch, some days do YouTube.
no, I just restream on both.
Oh,
all the
restream.
time.
Oh, okay.
Forget it.
Yeah. I forgot that.
Yeah, just do restream. That'll work.
Forgot about
I
that.
heard we couldn't do that if we're affiliates. Though.
I don't care.
I mean, I've done it
Take that chance.
before.
You don't want to
but-
get clapped, man. YouTube's not playing.
Saying that on camera is pretty ballsy, man. Where are the internet cops?
Oh,
Yeah,
shit.
no. And J May, my favorite, non-cheese loving brother. Yo, what's up?
What happened?
Do your
You
intro.
already did his
You already did his intro?
Oh,
shit, my
Alex
bad.
didn't do an intro.
Oh,
He called me out.
wait.
Remember?
So,
Alex
yo,
did do
so
it.
who did I
I
miss?
did.
Oh, Alex did do it.
Oh, you know why? You know
No,
why?
Alex-
Got to do it.
You know why? Because
Wonderful guess.
we're missing somebody. We're missing somebody that's usually on the podcast, and I want to shout out that
Oh,
person.
Longhead.
My brother Hardhead. Ooh, we himself, man. Yo, Hardhead, man, we missed you, bro. Shout out to Hardhead.
Oh, the pastry. You talking about the pastry.
Shout out to Hardhead.
Dreamcast got to do an intro.
Yeah, I know. I was saving Dreamcast for last. Dreamcast, guy, do your intro. I'm glad that you're back on the podcast. It's nice to have you.
Happy to be here. What's up, everybody? Been playing a bunch of games. Happy to be here and dig into a bunch of great topics.
Perfect. So before we get started and diving deep into these topics, we are giving away a Nintendo Switch on the Press Start Podcast Patreon. So basically, if you've been following the Patreon, you know that we're giving you a choice. It's either that a Nintendo Switch console or a $200 gift card. So if you already have a Switch and you don't really want another one, you can get a $200 gift card. So shout out to all our patrons. We appreciate all the support that y'all been giving us. And yeah, man, so we're going to go ahead and do this draw real quick.
Oh, damn.
Make sure my name in there, Kofi.
Yeah, I took out your name, and Erica, I took out your name as well. So
No, make sure it's in there.
Wow.
So
Crazy.
can you all see them? Can y'all see the names on the stream? Can y'all see it?
It didn't pop up yet.
Yeah.
Okay.
Knows a delay.
It's there now.
Okay,
Yes,
so
yes,
you see
I
it
see
clearly.
it.
So I'm gonna go through everybody.
I see it.
I'm gonna go through everybody's names so y'all can see y'all names are there. If you don't see your name there, your pledge probably did not process or you dropped out of the Patreon. So I made sure that everybody who is an active Patreon member is there, or you probably just pledged. If you just pledged to you, I'm sorry, you're not included in this giveaway as well. So I just want to lay it all down there. If you don't see your name, your shit didn't process, which is cool, or you probably backed out from being a Patreon. So, and if you just joined the Patreon as well, your name's not gonna be on this one. You'll be eligible for next month's monthly giveaway. All right, so everyone's names here. If you see people's names multiple times, that means
Are you scrolling and I don't see it moving?
yeah, I'm scrolling it right now. Everyone's names right here. If you see people's names multiple times, that means they're higher tiers because each tier has a different amount of entries. So everybody's name is here. We're gonna go quickly.
All right. See who I see up in here. All right. See a couple of the homies in here.
Yeah, a lot of people that have been supporting us for a long time, supporting me for a long time. All right, everybody's name. So good luck, everybody. There will be more giveaways, more dope giveaways coming in the future. So definitely consider checking out our Patreon if you want to support us there. All right, the moment of truth. Yo, J-Man, give me a drum roll, bro. All right, let's see who won.
wins?
Let's see who won. It's Black Ace is the winner
Hey.
of the
Ooh,
Nintendo
Black Ace.
Switch.
Black Ace.
Or the
My
$200
boy. Black
giveaway.
Ace.
It's Black
My
Ace.
boy.
So congratulations. You gotta hit
Oh,
me
that's the
up
homie right
ASAP.
there.
Hit me up on Patreon. Then we're gonna work it out. We're gonna send you a Nintendo Switch if you want one, or if you want a $200 gift card, you got that
Take
too.
the Switch.
So I hope you appreciate it. Thanks for supporting us.
Yeah,
Thanks for
chat right
everybody
now.
supporting us. And if you're not part of the Patreon, you can't. It's cool. Just hit the like button. We appreciate that too. So it's all love, man. And yeah, man. Let's get into the show. So let's start off talking about Halo Infinite. Jack, how you snoring,
Jack,
bro?
My bad. Damn, my bad.
Jack, how you
Chill, Jack,
snoring,
don't do
man?
that.
How you
My bad. Y'all got it.
Yeah, so Halo Infinite, I think Microsoft came out and said that they're not sure if it's gonna be a Xbox Play Anywhere title as of yet. It's too early to say because we know Halo Infinite ain't coming out for a while now. And I just want to get everybody's thoughts on this. Like, how funny would it be if Microsoft decided to keep Halo an exclusive strictly to the Xbox consoles, and now that they're doing this whole Play Anywhere thing, we know the Forza series are on PC. Like all their games, their first party games are on PC. So wouldn't it be mad crazy if like Halo Infinite was just a strictly a console exclusive? What do you guys think about it? Erica, what's your thoughts?
It's the first time hearing about it because my guess was it was gonna be Play Anywhere, but if it's not, I mean they're gonna sell some Xboxes, so I don't see it as a bad thing. But I guess if people did, sign up for the service anticipating that, they'd probably be a little mad. But I don't know. I really don't have an opinion beyond that. I think it would just sell more Xboxes.
Do you think?
Yeah.
Do you think people would be angry though that all of a sudden like they're like all in with this PC integration? Then all of a sudden with this title
Right.
they just okay, this one's exclusive for the console. Dreamcast guy, what do you think?
Yeah.
I think that this is a trick by their marketing team, not in a bad way, but I think they're trying to make sure that Xbox Ones keep selling. So you need to keep trying to hype up the Xbox One X, the Xbox One S. And as soon as you start saying, oh, that shiny gem on the horizon, yeah, that's coming to PC as well. There's nothing for you. It's going to hurt their sales. So I think that I 1,000,000% believe this will be Play Anywhere, and they're just kind of dragging us along a bit longer.
Yeah,
That makes sense.
because
I think-
Go ahead, Jamie. Go ahead.
No, I was about to say, I think with this is I think they already confirmed it's coming to PC, but the whole thing it not being played anywhere would just mean like if you wanted to play it on both platforms, you would have to buy 2 copies. Yeah.
Oh.
So I think with this,
Yes.
Anti-consumer question mark?
Yeah, a little bit.
it does seem like it's a little backtrack with the whole initiative that they want to go forward with. Like if it's going to be Game Pass, you know what I mean? Like how's that going to work? If it's Game Pass, then you have the subscription, but Game Pass works across both platforms on certain games. So like, is that not going to work with Play Anywhere or something like that? So it's a little gray area going on right now. And I think like Dreamcast said, they probably trying to play defense just so they can get people to keep buying them Xbox Ones as much as possible. And the Halo's their biggest franchise. You know what I mean? Most of their fans are going to buy that fucking Xbox.
So they're probably not gonna talk too much about it until it gets like closer to a release, I'm guessing, right? Since maybe they're trying to sell more hardware, and this would kind of stop that. So if they leave it like a question, right, like people don't know, then people will still buy Xboxes for Halo. Maybe. Jack, what do you think about this whole situation about 343 saying that they're not sure that Halo Infinite will be an Xbox Play Anywhere title?
This is my first time hearing about this, but it's funny because Phil Spencer always love to come out there with his graphic tees on with a suit jacket over with a little shit, eating grin. Xbox, Microsoft, we're all about the gamers. We want you to play Xbox games anywhere you go. All first-party Xbox titles, all exclusives, they gonna be Play Anywhere. But now all of a sudden, when your big hitters come out, you trying to change your tune. Now that just screams terms like anti-consumer. How you gonna get me seeing things everywhere? But when Halo come out, you want to extend it? Come on. Hey man, it's looking spooky, dog. I mean, I just need same energy. I think it's fuckery. You can't tell me you're gonna bring me every game Play Anywhere, and then when when an actual good game come out, you don't want me to play it anywhere. Come on, dog. Stop that.
Yeah. So right now, this is just it's not set in stone, so we're just kind of speaking on speculation a little bit, right? So I just want to put that out there. Alex, what's your thoughts on this?
I really hope it does come to Play Anywhere because I really think that after the lukewarm reception of like Halo, was it 4 and 5, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
I think after the lukewarm reception of those games and how they panned out, I think they need to really build as much of a base as they can with that series and working through it and seeing how that game, has a lineage on the PC, has a lineage where you could really get a really rabid fan base of people that want that game on PC. If you gave it decent mouse and keyboard support and you did the right thing, you would have everything you need. Could you imagine all the Forge levels that PC guys could create with the mouse and keyboard that everybody could then play afterwards? It'd be unbelievable. It'd be crazy. So I think not putting it as Play Anywhere it's a silly concept, especially with Microsoft's version of like, we are going to be doing all of this stuff, and the messaging they're doing, it's very convoluted and it doesn't make any sense in the sense of the person as the consumer. As Microsoft, I'm thinking, shit, I'm going to sell a bunch of Xboxes. But as a consumer, that's a little bit it's a little bit shitty, especially with the messaging that they've had recently. It doesn't fly with me very well. I would like it to be on PC, especially with what they've been doing recently.
Yeah, we all remember that whole debacle that happened because of what was it called, El Dorito or something like that, Halo Online or some crap like that.
It was beautiful. That was one of the best things I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Yeah, El Dorado,
right?
Yeah.
So basically, after that whole situation happened, Microsoft did promise that a Halo experience is coming to the PC platform, right? So I know this Halo will be on PC. Like, I know for a fact. Like, I have a bet. Shout out to Fame ENT. I have a bet with him. He said that Halo is gonna be exclusive to the console. I told him no, that ain't happening. So we have a little.
He already lost that.
Yeah, we have a little bet going on, and the loser has to eat like 6 Popeye biscuits with no milk. So. With no water.
That's a death battle right there.
Whoever loses is dies. Basically, you know what I mean. Whoever loses is dies. So
that's
suicide. That's suicide, right? So
you're not living through that shit.
Yeah.
What are you trying to kill over there, my guy? What's going on?
Yeah, that's our bet.
Halo Infinite already confirmed for PC, so he already lost. I mean, we just, I guess, waiting to see if they backtrack on that.
Yeah.
It's already confirmed.
Can you imagine eating 6 biscuits, Popeye biscuits, with no liquid though?
Those things.
Wouldn't you wish that my worst enemy? That shit sounds crazy.
So one of us, it's either one of us is going to die, and the favorite is looking good in my favor. You know, it looks like Fame's gonna die. So
R.I.P. Fame in the chat.
Yeah, R.I.P. Fame, bro.
Oh shit.
Oh man.
Yeah. So.
That's funny.
Well, since we're on the topic of Halo, like Halo used to be such a huge franchise for Microsoft, and like just overall for gamers, like used to appreciate Halo so much. It seems like it kind of has fell off a little bit with the latest entries. Yeah. What new things does Halo need to bring to the table to be great again? I want to ask Dreamcast guy this question.
So as somebody who used to be absolutely obsessed with Halo, I've literally won thousands of dollars at tournaments. I read all the comics, all the books, watched the movie and the TV show, everything. Was obsessed with Halo for so many years. I think what they need to do is get it grounded again. At this point, they're in such deep space. We haven't even seen Earth in forever. Like, take us back to Earth. Make us afraid. Give us the Flood again, or give us some goopy enemy that seems omniscient, like super, super powerful. I hate the fact that we're just fighting these super weird robotic aliens. Yeah. The weapons they give us are cool, but we're just so deep space now. I can't even like get all of my shits and pile them together anymore because I got none.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree with what she said. Because I feel like I want them to take some of the features that they have actually added. You know, I actually want them to scale it back and make it play a little bit more traditional, and maybe take off the sprint. I wonder if they will, but I want them to actually kind of revert back to like maybe more of a Halo 3, Halo 2 style of gameplay. Maybe tweak it from there a little bit. But the direction that it's going, it just feels like every other shooter. You know what I mean? Like Halo had a very distinctive feel to it, and now like if you've played the latest Halos, it's kind of like. It kind of feels kind of generic-y to me. Like
it's Call of Halo now.
Yeah.
I mean, it has this new one has a whole new engine, so I'm wondering like if they're going to try and take it even further than they have with this, or if they're going to use that new engine to, take it back. Like that don't sound like something they're doing when you bring in a whole new engine, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I understand, but even with the art direction, since we're speaking on the engine, I'm actually liking how Master Chief is looking. Instead of going for like the super realistic look of Halo 5, how Master Chief armor looked. I kind of like how they made it more like sleek, more like the old school armor like style. So hopefully, they listen to the fans and the fans get what they want. Erica, Jack, of course. Jack, what does 343 have to do to make you interested in Halo, my guy? As a PlayStation gamer, what do they got to do?
Sadly, man, there is nothing they can do.
Damn, nothing.
In Jack's defense,
it's the sad, man. It's the sad. I don't really like shit set in space besides a couple of games, like
right, first person as well, right?
It's first person. I don't like first person. Like they really did everything that I would need them to do to make me not play the game. They made a sci-fi first person.
Okay. to get you invested as a PlayStation diehard, what if they did a crossover with Uncharted and it was Halo Uncharted?
I don't know if Jack be with that.
Nah,
Honestly, if they made it third person, it would be more appealing.
I would love to see that.
That's what I say.
Go ahead, Erica.
Yeah, I'm a huge fan of third person.
No, I was just agreeing. Like, if it was third person and kind of a little more RPG, I think I'd be more interested.
Like if they made it like Dead Space, like shit J-Man was playing.
Like Mass Effect, yes.
So you just want to play Mass Effect.
Yeah.
Mass Effect's done. Mass Effect's gone. We need something.
Yeah, because playing Halo 3, and when you pick up a turret, like you rip off a turret and you see Master Chief in the third person view, it does look pretty freaking cool, right? It does look pretty awesome. So I would actually be down for like a third person like game like Halo game. They better not play like Gears of War or anything like that, but I don't know. I think that'd be interesting. Maybe
get into cover.
Yeah.
I mean, like of all the
maybe more like Vanquish has up with the speed.
Or I want the Halo to be third person.
Well, so
like a spin-off, not like the main series, but I wouldn't mind seeing it. Go ahead, Jimmy.
Or make it optional. Toggle it on, toggle it off. The biggest thing to me is that I feel like they need to try and slow it down again.
Yeah.
As somebody who recently played through 1, 2, 3 again, those are actually very methodical, and that's why they work. Like marching into a battle and you have your battle rifle in your hand and there's like 15 jackals in front of you, there is a certain pace to it that the later games do not capture at all. Like I think that if they sort of match the pacing of something like, I think Fortnite's time to kill, like get the control and like speed of Fortnite and the time to kill and put that in a Halo, it would sell a trillion copies.
Yeah.
Well, I also think like the
agree.
TTK was a little bit different too for the other Halo games. I know 2 felt the most balanced, but they kind of
2 is amazing.
Yeah, 2 is honestly my favorite multiplayer.
All right.
So we'll move on to our next topic, and we're gonna take our first Patreon question / topic.
Patreon. I'm gonna be reading these. All right. So. We're dividing the work a little bit. We're dividing the work a little bit, so you know, you guys want to hear Erica more. I'm gonna force her to talk more. All right. So.
And we all know Kofi can't read, so you know we had to do something. It was getting bad. He's stuttering over some words.
I didn't want to say anything, but
he was getting this Floyd Mayweather on. All right, we had to switch it up.
Watch me mess up now. All right, so WizKid, shout out to WizKid. He asks, where do you guys think Spider-Man will rank amongst the Batman Arkham series? He says, I believe it will be better than Arkham Knight and Origins at the very least. Ooh. So I didn't play the Arkham series, sadly.
Ooh,
so you guys are gonna have to take this.
Erica.
I told you I should only playing no.
This is what happened. Let me look. I played one of them, and I was in the beginning when it was like Bruce Wayne and he was
Arkham City.
That city, right?
Yeah. I started feeling motion sickness.
Whoa!
I kid you not. I don't know why. I don't know if it was in first person for a minute or something, but something happened.
It was.
Yeah. And I couldn't play it. So I did try. So that's my excuse. But you guys are gonna have to take it.
All right, so let's hear from Jack.
Whoever.
The only one I didn't play was Arkham Origins. I think it could definitely be better than a couple of them games. I'm trying to think back. If they handle the boss fights right in this new Spider-Man game, it might be better than all of them because none of the Arkham games really got memorable boss fights. If you ask me, the traversal is cool, but the combat I heard that the combat of Spider-Man is not gonna be as free flow focus as like the Batman combo combat was or whatever, but it could definitely be better than most, if not all, these games. I fought with the Arkham series though.
Asylum is gonna be a hard one, and even City. Those are like 2 amazing games that people probably don't give enough credit. Like those 2 games are fantastic. Even Knight's not that bad either, but Asylum 2, the very first one, was like when it first came out, like it blew my mind when I seen that shit.
I liked
go ahead, J-Man.
I liked Arkham Knight actually more than a lot of people. A lot of people didn't like the whole tank.
I enjoyed it.
The tank and stuff like that. Like I had fun with that stuff. So for me personally, I actually put Knight ahead of Arkham City. In my ranking. Asylum is my favorite, and I'm putting Origins probably last.
Origins last in my book.
it's definitely last. It's not bad though, but it's definitely last.
It's the worst one out of
and
all of them.
I'm thinking Spider-Man actually is going to be better than all of them. It might be hard to top Asylum for me because that was really, really good. But I think they're gonna, like with the boss fights, we're already seeing that Spider-Man has so many villains in the game already, and you pretty much can confirm that you're gonna fight all of them, plus the ones they didn't reveal already.
Yeah.
So I think if they can nail that, and then the combat is looking good, and the traversal is the biggest thing because as Spider-Man fans, we want to make sure that's right. So if they can do all that, I think it can be better than all of them. But if I'll probably say maybe not Asylum. That's gonna be a tough one to beat for.
Go ahead, Dreamcast guy.
I was gonna say that's my thought too. Is I feel like this has the potential to be better than all of them because as somebody who's beaten the entire Arkham series and liked him, I feel like something that kind of held him back is the boss fights. Boss fights were always pretty basic, and the side content was always really bad. Like collect 800 Joker teeth and solve a million.
Yeah, that was always very.
Whereas you can tell that Spider-Man is going to have a lot of side content. And even if it is just scaling buildings or finding an open window and doing like a side quest with like Mary Jane changing her clothes or something weird, like that's still going to be better than even the best side quests in any Arkham game. So I feel like it has potential to actually be better than all of them.
Like the side stuff too with Spider-Man, like when you're going past the alley and somebody's getting robbed, like stuff like that, or the car chases and the bank robberies and all that other stuff. Like those random events that are going to take place all throughout the city is also going to help it be a better game, I think, than the Batman.
Because Arkham didn't have NPCs like that.
Yeah.
Right.
No, it didn't.
Yeah.
Not a lot of random interactions.
Yeah.
It had good side quests, but you had to like find them, and it was normally like 3 missions in a row to meet like a side villain, and then it just ended. Whereas like Spider-Man seems like, since we're going to be fighting the whole Sinister Six, it sounds like they're going to have, excuse the bad pun, but lots of webs of story all interweaving.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Jack, you did bring up a good point. Now that I think back and remember, like, the Asylum games or the Arkham games didn't really have no like NPC interactions in a live city like that, right?
Yeah.
So I think this is actually going to be very interesting with Spider-Man to see how, when you're walking down the street and people are probably going to scream, hey, it's Spider-Man, and probably do all sorts of cool stuff. Hopefully they add some cool interactions like you're just swinging there and people don't react to you, you know what I mean? So, but
that would be cool.
Yeah.
You could take selfies with people in that game.
All right, so that's awesome.
Why did you say that?
That's
I was
awesome.
I was reading somebody's impressions, and he said he tried to take a selfie with somebody, and they pulled a gun out on him.
Whoa. Whoa.
Real shit.
Whoa.
I gotta find out.
Okay, that sound hilarious, bro.
I was like, yo, that shit crazy. Somebody pulled a gun out on him, trying to take a selfie with him.
That went dark real quick.
Oh, that sounds lit.
I think it's gonna sit like right above City, because I think City, like, you felt like you were Batman because you were crouched up on rooftops, you were flying between places, you were grappling hooked. I think Night had too much of the Batmobile personally. I felt like City had the best combination, but I feel like Asylum edges out on it just a little bit more than City. But I think I'm hoping it is. I hope Insomniac, right?
Yeah.
So I hope Insomniac took all the good things from City and they're just like, we're just gonna take it up another notch, with the NPCs, with all the interaction, with all that stuff. If they do that, you're gonna have a killer game.
They keep preaching that they keep preaching that they feel like they haven't showed a lot of the game. Though from our side, I feel like they showed a lot, but they're saying like it's crazy that people think we showing too much because it's so much that we haven't seen already. So
that's what I like to hear.
I'm hoping it has like the God of War effect where like they didn't show a lot, but we when we played the game, it was like wow.
Them impressions dropping next week too.
Yeah.
I don't know what.
Monday. Since we're on the topic of Spider-Man as well, anyone here pre-ordered a custom console?
I was very tempted,
After a
but I
conversation
didn't.
last week, you asked me if
Jack,
I did.
Anybody here? So I guess it's me and J Mate, and I don't know, man. I feel if I'm feeling a little generous, that might be a September giveaway. I'm thinking, man.
Oh shit!
How wild? Because I already have a PS4 Pro,
Damn,
and
Cody.
I initially bought it, right, or pre-ordered it so I can make a couple of bucks. But depending on how generous I'm feeling, I feel like maybe September time come around. I'll probably put this as the September giveaway. I'm thinking about that. What do you guys think about that? That'll be pretty fire when you think about it, right? That's such a nice thing to do, man. That'll be huge too. It's gonna cost me a pretty penny too.
Press F in chat to pay respects. Kofi's the god.
Oh man, that's
That would be
crazy.
really
Oh, man,
I'm
Kofi
thinking of-
Claus, you're
I'm-
giving it all away.
You know what I mean? I'm thinking about that might be the September
Woo,
giveaway.
fire.
That's our Patreon. I'm gonna read out some super chat donations. Shout out to everybody who's
Sheesh.
donating. Shout out to everyone hitting the like button. We got over 200 people watching. I appreciate it. Please hit that like button.
Hit the like button.
We should have at least 100 likes, but you know what I mean. But it's all good. Y'all do it. Y'all do it. MJ says, Erica, where's my landlord?
Oh,
Lanyard.
lanyard.
Lanyard? What is that?
Yeah.
What is that? What is that?
It's like
What's a lanyard?
lanyard is when
It's
you
a
wear it around your
lanyard.
neck.
It goes
What
around
is
your
that?
Yeah,
neck.
yeah, like that
Holds
right
your
there.
Holds your
Drinking.
keys or your
Yeah.
badge.
See,
or-
words like that are not in my vocabulary. I'm sorry, bro. Like I didn't even know.
Wait,
that
what you call
that
it?
thing?
Yeah, what you
a
call it?
keychain? A keychain?
That's a
keychain.
lanyard. That's a lanyard.
Really?
It's a lanyard.
I call that a keychain.
lanyard.
I call that a
It's a
keychain.
total, different word because it's a different use.
Yeah, it holds like
A
badges.
lanyard?
Well, you can
E3 or
put
something.
keys on it too though. You can put some keys.
Yeah, you can put keys and
Yeah, I see
it
that.
holds,
See words like
badges.
that. It's probably my first time ever seeing that word. I swear in my life.
We can tell by the way you're trying to read that motherfucker.
See now everyone knows why I'm reading the Patreon questions from now on.
Little Tortilla
Oh,
Man
wow.
says, Alex, do you want to have a tickle fight? Do you want to have a tickle
what
fight?
the-
The
Whoa.
fuck? Wait a
What
minute.
was the question?
He says, Alex, do you want to have a tickle fight?
And who said it?
Little
Who said this?
Tortilla Man. Little Tortilla Man.
We can play-
Tortilla.
we can play-
Tortilla.
Tortilla, what the fuck going on,
Tortilla
man?
Man.
Tortilla, little tortilla.
All
little
right.
tortilla. Little tortilla man wants to have a tickle fight. No, we'll play tickle butt. That's
Bless.
Jesus.
Bless Red said City had the best story in bosses. Frieza's bosses fights, for instance. He literally adapts. Knight sucked because of the overuse of Batmobile.
That freeze
No,
boss
better
fight in
story
City
of
was
bosses
good.
was better story. I would say Asylum.
Asylum.
Better bosses.
And
I give City that. I'll give City better bosses.
Infinity.
Asylum bosses were very repetitive.
Yeah. All right. Infinity Philly Cheese says, really love your podcast, guys. Alex should do a Doom series live stream and show how it revolutionized FPS games going on. Keep it up, guys. We
Jeez,
appreciate all the
stream
donations,
Doom.
man. You gonna stream Doom, Alex, for
Appreciate
these
that,
guys?
you know.
You gonna stream
If
it?
it'll be Doom 1, Doom 2, Hell on Earth, and then I'll probably have to skip Doom 3 because it's a terrible fucking game.
Doom
Oh
3?
no!
I don't think I played that one.
It's
They
bad.
they actually fixed a lot of it. If you played the new version, B&B
did.
edition, I actually think that's pretty fucking sweet now.
Really? I didn't
Yeah.
like it. I mean, I didn't like it at all.
As a person with no taste who actually read the garbage Doom books, yeah, I thought it was great.
I loved the new Doom. You know what? I
Yeah.
might do that when the new Doom's coming out.
I'm about to see that.
What's
new
it called
gameplay. I'm
again?
excited.
Eternal something? Eternal Fire?
Doom Eternal.
Oh, Eternal.
Doom
Okay.
Fire?
Eternal.
Okay.
Maybe you say you about to see
I
a new
don't know,
gameplay.
I don't remember
Yeah,
what it's
it's,
called.
it's basically Doom Hell on Earth, like the second Doom. Like
Yeah,
'cause-
and I'm going.
yeah,
QuakeCon's like next to my house, so I'm gonna go over to it. and
What I
watch
want
the reveal.
is for Quake to have a quad damage edition to put all 4 Quake games in a pack and call it the quad damage because that makes the most sense. But
I'll tell,
you know, I'm just give me the corner office. I'm the marketing genius around here. I guess nobody thought about it.
I'm gonna
man.
meet. I'm gonna meet and hang out with all the Doom and id developers on the 10th. I'll
Can you tell them
whisper
that?
that in their ear. I
Tell
will.
them
well,
that
well,
quad
man.
damage collection.
I will legitimately tell them that. I'm not even joking. I will tell them
That's
like
what I
yes,
want.
quad damage collection. I'm not sure if anybody's drifted that across your desk, but we'd buy
Yeah, just slide. Just put Alex says quad damage collection. Slide
it.
it across
a
the
business
desk.
card. Like, hey, bro.
Yeah, there you go. Slip him the card.
All right.
Erica being messy in the chat. I see you down
Being
there.
messy.
Oh, what's going on in the chat?
Let me see.
Oh,
She said
man.
y'all should donate and use big words.
Jermaine, he wasn't supposed to see that.
Oh, yeah.
Go ahead.
That word
Go ahead.
too.
I'm gonna expose all mans. Go ahead and put your biggest words there. I'm gonna pronounce all of them.
No, don't do that. No, don't do that. Don't do
You
that.
guys
Go
are
ahead and
very
test me. You wanna test my gangster, man? Test me, bro.
Don't do
Go
that.
ahead and
Don't
put
do
the
that.
biggest words. I'm gonna read all of that. All right. Shout out to
Kobe
our chat, yo.
Mayweather
Let me shout out some
in
people,
the
man.
building, man.
Shout out to
Let's
Blessed
play.
Red, yo. Shout out to Master Chief. Screw Erica in the chat. Who else? Shout out to Alex. Yo, Alex, check the Patreon message. I sent you a link to the Discord. All right. Leaky, shout out to you. Red Hood, shout out to you, and N Bandai HD, man. Shout out to all y'all, man. Thanks for watching the podcast. All right, let's talk about Xbox Scarlet. Isn't it crazy? Isn't it crazy? We already kind of talking about another Xbox. Like the Xbox One X doesn't feel that old to me at all. At all.
It's not even a year old yet.
And it seems like Xbox Scarlet is like the hottest topic on the internet though, like nowadays. So basically, there was a rumor that got out saying that Microsoft is working on two pieces of hardware, a traditional console, which what you guys could probably expected, like a regular console, and a streaming device, which got a lot of people talking. And I just want to get everybody's thoughts on this. What do you guys think about, first, what do you guys think of Microsoft bringing another console, possibly the same year PS5 comes out? What do you guys think about that? That's my first question. And Jack, I want you to start.
I'm gonna think the same thing that I thought when they announced the Xbox One X. What are video games? What games are gonna? Why do I need to buy this? I mean, of course it's stronger. It makes multiplayer look good. That's cool and all. Like real talk, man. I don't even like gaming on PC like that. But at this point, man, just get a computer, dog. Like it's no reason for this unless they coming out with some true hotness. Like damn, I need to cop an Xbox for this. I don't see the need in it, but they gonna do it anyway. Y'all gonna eat it up. Y'all ain't gonna play no games on it. It is what it is.
Ain't playing no games out here. Damn.
Oh man, that's crazy. Dreamcast guy, how do you feel about Microsoft bringing another console maybe in the next year or two? 2020 likely, if I were to predict.
So everything about this that I've heard, any rumblings, makes it sound like they are real scared of the PlayStation 5. Like they're legitimately shaking in their boots because the Xbox is still selling. The Xbox still has a real dedicated fan base. Game Pass keeps growing. The thing is, if they do not manage to put their flag in the ground first, they're not going to sell at all. And so from everything I'm hearing, they're just so hungry to get this machine out. And I feel like desperation is what ended up screwing the Sega Saturn. They tried to rush the Sega Saturn and they ended up launching it 6 months ahead of their internal struggle. So when it came out, it had 4 games. 4, and one of them was a crappy sports game. So it was one of the things where nobody bought it because it just dropped on store shelves, was $400 and had no games. So it's just one of those things of like, I would rather have the Xbox Scarlet and the PlayStation 5 come out later and get more games than have them just suddenly appear and it's just
These guys
Say it, Kofi.
These guys are assholes, dog.
Say it, Kofi.
I did kind of bring this on myself. You know what I mean? But first, thanks for the donation. I appreciate it, Alice. You check out the Serenkagura games, yeah? I say J-Man. Say it, J-Man. How you say it?
That's Serenkagura. That's
Serenkagura. Okay, yeah. There's a lot of
Everybody said it.
a lot of anime titties in that game.
All right, and our other donation is Kofi. Do you know
next
what?
one though.
Kofi, do you know what?
Yo,
I don't even know how to say that shit. God damn.
Otorhinolaryngologist.
Laryngologist.
Dreamcast guy,
something like
you
that.
go ahead and say it.
Laryngologist.
How do you say that?
Laryngologist.
Okay, let me pull up. I'm a linguist. Let's see this.
Autohero-Laryngologist.
I did ask for it, yo.
Yeah.
Autohero-Laryngologist.
I think
Autohero-Laryngologist.
Yeah.
Say it again.
Autohero-Laryngologist.
What?
What? Yo, my tongue don't even move like that, bro.
Whoa.
What the fuck is that?
What?
Laryngologist. It's probably something to do with like your throat. And
Say it one more time. I'm gonna say it.
Larynx, like your
and
larynx.
your larynx.
Say it one more time.
Autohero-Laryngologist.
Otolaryngologist.
Nailed it. You got that shit.
Autoheno-laryngologist.
Yo. Have y'all met? Have y'all met Kevin say that, man? Nah, man. I'm gonna need y'all to send me some videos of y'all saying that. That shit is
I
crazy.
definitely can't say that.
I can't even say
Yeah.
it. My tongue can't move like that. You know, no homo, bro.
Whoa.
My tongue
Kofi,
can't
can you
move
say
like that.
Whoa.
Ligma?
Go ahead.
Say what?
Say Ligma.
Ligma.
Oh wait, I know where this is going.
Ligma, what? What did I say? Did I say something? Something weird?
Ligma balls!
Oh my god.
Lit. Let's go. Let's go.
Kofi's done. Kofi's
Let's
done.
go.
Alex, you the host now. You the host now.
That's wild. Yo, what are we even talking about?
Yeah, I'm lost here. We're talking about Xbox Scarlet. All right, let's get back to Xbox Scarlet. All right, and no more
Xbox
challenging words. All
Scarlet.
right, I need to read more.
Oh,
Guys,
books.
no
man.
more, guys. No more.
All right, so J-Main, did you give us your thoughts on
Nah, I didn't. Listen, I think Xbox is definitely going to try and get out the gate first, next generation. I think they want to go back to the 360 time where they was able to capture the audience before Sony got a chance to get out there. Even if it is like, you know, being the most powerful console with multiplats, it'll probably be where people try and gravitate towards because of that fact. The whole streaming shit, I'm not a big fan of streaming games at all. They're supposed to be having some new technology that they're trying to implement with the latency to make that better. I'll believe it when I see it. Until then, I don't give a fuck about damn streaming games. I don't want to hear about it. I don't want to know about it. I don't want it in my house. PlayStation Now, garbage. Anything else that's out there that's streaming is garbage. I don't care. Yeah, even the like traditional console when it comes to Xbox, I have a PC, so I don't really care too much about it. But yeah, man, that's I just don't give a fuck about streaming.
Kofi got another donation, Kofi.
Oh shit! What happened? God damn!
I'm getting trolled by people even in the podcast right now. It's just-
In the podcast.
so Dreamcast guy,
Yes.
thank you. I appreciate the donation. He sent me.
That's a real word.
He sent me.
We're
Says,
support the show. It is.
how do you feel about anti-destablishmentarianism?
What, bro?
All right, Jack. All right, Jack, do it. Your turn, Jack.
Anti-disestablishmentarianism.
Anti-establishment.
That's
What?
Yeah.
Man.
Damn.
Hey, fuck you,
Kofi,
you don't like that read
got
your
your
go.
ass.
I'm done with y'all, bro. Kofi, can you say photosynthesis? That's it, right?
Photosynthesis? No, wait, say it again.
Photosynthesis.
Photosynthesis.
Photosynthesis. Yo, it's the way my tongue. I told you, the way my tongue.
His tongue.
I
got a
cannot
heavy
say
tongue,
that.
Heavy ass tongue, Paul.
Yeah, your tongue heavy, your tongue heavy.
You
Photosynthesis.
can't roll that shit.
Kofi's
Photosynthesis.
tongue heavy. Kofi's tongue
Ladies,
Kofi,
ladies,
when you
he
talk-
has a heavy tongue. Okay.
I know what that word is, but I don't know how to.
Okay.
Yeah, photosynthesis. Photosynthesis.
Photosynthesis.
It's the way my
Synthesis.
tongue is, bro.
Yeah.
I need to go to. I
It's
need
just
to.
heavy.
The way
I
my
need to go.
tongue
I need to
is,
go to
yeah.
speech therapy, bro. For real, bro. All right, so back to Xbox Scarlet.
Man.
Alex, what do you think about Microsoft dropping another console so soon, and what do you think about one of it being a streaming device?
It's really spooky to me for them to launch another console so soon after the Xbox One X, when it is the most powerful gaming console today.
Oh man.
I think what we're looking at is something that honestly just seems like a total. The only way I would accept it is if it was a complete rework of the Xbox brand. Right.
The
Because
streaming
if
one
you're-
or the traditional?
Well, both.
Okay.
Because what you're looking at is I'm going to buy another traditional console for $400 to $500 after spending $500 on an Xbox One X and $500 on a launch Xbox. That's $1,000 within what 6 years, and then what a year later another $500. It's $1,500. So I'm thinking to myself like, first of all, how powerful does this console have to be for it to really impress me? Is it actually going to do 4K 60 or is it going to do 4K 60?
It's gonna do true 4K.
Well,
Right. True.
Oh,
yeah. So like
The new true 4K.
how can they really market this new console, right? Because I
He
thought
already
the X
did.
did 4K. Now this one does 4K, so then
Well,
why am I going to buy the new one?
So they
This
said
feels
the
ahead.
two things they said they're trying to focus on so far is crazy frame rate, so something maybe even beyond 60, so maybe like finally having a
shit.
console that can do 100 frames a second. And the other thing is they said that they're trying to improve, basically they didn't use this word, this is my word for it, but use like ease of use stuff. Make it where when you put a disc in the console, you can play it. Stop all this install times. Make it where when it has to do those things, it does it 60 times faster. So it installs a game in 80 seconds instead
So an
of 80
actual
minutes.
SSD instead of like a hard disk
Yeah,
drive.
it sounds like they're putting a lot of money into just trying to make basically a super Xbox.
What they
which-
need to really do is, before they even do that, is fix their freaking UI, because their UI.
Oh,
on
no.
consoles is
Yeah.
Thank you.
Garbage.
Oh,
That
oh,
shit's
Thank
bad.
you.
That's the first thing
Oh,
they need
no.
to fix, right? So
No, the first they need to fix is these games. They need to fucking put these
Yeah.
games out because that's why I'm not interested in hearing hardware talk from them when they got 5 new studios. We want to see those games. Like
like
all this
honestly,
hardware
I,
shit.
I would if the frame rate thing is true, I don't know why console games don't just have a settings menu where you can just adjust the settings to get the frame rate you want.
Now
That's just
that
me.
would be something that
That's
I would
just me.
like. That would
That
make
would
me
be
like
the thing
go,
to do.
Yeah,
That'd be
that would raise
next
my
gen.
eyebrows. That would raise my eyebrows if they do something.
The only other thing, the thing about the streaming box though, I think is, I don't know if the infrastructure of the US can actually handle something like that. And then the other option, the other thought process I have is, are you then building games around the latency? Because you can't get past it.
I doubt
So
it. I
then-
doubt it.
But the thing is, like, so now you're designing games to be built around that latency time that you constantly have because of the infrastructure.
like
And then
e-
who can really use that? And then how
They-
is that really going to function? And I think there's too many questions.
you know
for
how much
streaming
money-
device, honestly.
Sony's put so much money into PlayStation Now. They bought an entire company just to make PlayStation Now, and in my opinion,
300 million.
it's still not great. Like it's
No.
95% there, but there's still delay. And when I have delay in any game, I can't play to maximum of my ability. So just the idea of trying to make that with a console even more powerful than streaming PlayStation 3 games on my PlayStation 4, we're gonna have some problems.
Yeah,
That-
and it's just some of it just is really spooky, and I would like to see how they do it and like to see it in action, but I have my heavy doubts, and I have a lot of heavy doubts with another console coming out. I mean,
Just
you
so
spent
soon.
$1,500 on consoles in 5 years. I think you need to, and plus paying for Xbox Live membership, so you're spending
Mm.
$1,800 on a console. I mean, me personally, I would have just taken that money and just built a PC.
Yep.
Building
I
PC.
see
fact.
that, yeah.
Well,
Jack, how do you think this Microsoft streaming console will compare to PlayStation? Do you feel like Microsoft will do it better? What do you think?
I don't know. I was told that streaming games is trash. So hey man, I got the same energy. If it's trash on one end, it's trash on both ends. I can see them doing that though. A lot of people saying, "Oh, you're overreacting. It's a rumor." You know what else was a rumor? 3 Gears games at E3. Did that happen? Like, come on, man. We know what. Everybody know what the fuck's going on in Microsoft, man. People know what's going on. This shit is coming out. People, get
It's
ready
happening.
for it. All right.
Yeah.
It's
But we
gonna
also-
happen.
Yeah, but when y'all was talking about the
Scorpio is
late
a rumor.
latency, yeah, exactly. I was thinking about something. Don't all their controllers got like dead zones and like lag on their controllers too? So like,
Yeah.
bro, that that joint gonna be beyond spooky the way that shit play. But it's definitely coming out. I mean, it might work for them. They saying it's gonna be like $100, you know, little streaming bucks. Y'all like it? I love it, man.
We got a couple more donations real quick. Slade says, I wonder if Kofi likes Worcestershire. Worcestershire. See what I'm saying? I can't say it properly. Worcestershire.
Or
You're pretty good. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Worst
Yeah, that's close. That's close.
You know
enough.
what?
Close enough.
enough.
Close
This
enough.
shit, this shit crazy.
I think it's just the
Call it that,
L's.
right?
I think it's the L's with you, like, you know what I mean?
Nah,
You
I have
can't roll
a,
the tongue with the
yeah,
L's.
you know, some things like a tongue twister for me, but it is what it is.
Yeah, you too
bro.
busy taking nails to work.
Oh, and so David, Kofi, put the game down and pick up a book. Actually, I went to college and actually graduated from college, so. But I appreciate the donation. I appreciate the donation. You
They're
know.
coming at you.
Achilles
Wait,
says,
Kobe, do you speak native French?
no, I don't speak native French.
Because I was wondering if, like, maybe if you spoke French, because living in Canada, you would that would be the reason.
I'm trash at French. I'm really trash at French.
Oh, man.
Achilles says, so if it's streaming, does that mean a super server? Some word, see, you guys trying to fuck me up on purpose, not spelling your shits correctly, trying to fuck me up, look like I can't read. Somewhere else is processing the game, so you have to buy a new console and instead play.
So you never have to buy
So
a
you
new
never have to buy a new
console.
console, and instead pay for a service.
Wouldn't that be the absolute fucking dream for all of these developers?
That's definitely service. Yeah, that's a
their
good
dream.
service.
Yeah.
Is to never ship a product and to just have you pay every month.
Well,
for their plan.
that's something Sony experimented with that internally, and the idea was to basically have it where you'd have a controller, and it would be your PlayStation controller, and you would literally just have a PlayStation TV and play a PlayStation subscription. Because a lot of people don't talk about this. If you actually have a PlayStation TV, you can stream PlayStation Now through it. You don't even need a console. So they're already working on a lot of the technology to make it where you would literally just pay a PlayStation fee and have a controller and just play it through your TV. And I feel like all these companies want to do that, but they don't want to pay the $1 billion of research and infrastructure to make it possible.
Right. Yeah, they even had that service integrated with the TVs before they took it out. You didn't even need the PlayStation TV. It was just like the Sony Bravias and all that other shit.
Honestly, with just what is happening with the internet in the US, I don't see it happening.
We need better internet, that's for sure.
The internet that we have is not where it should be, and it's not as condensed as it needs to be, and it's not as reliable as it is, and it's just data cap after data cap after data cap.
Whew,
and I'm just
I got one of them.
You want me to stream my games and then have a bad experience and then not have internet access when the power goes out, or like when the internet goes out? Not the power, because you couldn't play games if you don't have power anyways. But if your internet goes out because of lightning or a storm,
you can't play.
Done.
You can't play.
You can't play.
Yeah,
that's true. But they are talking about this streaming thing. It's going to have, like, the graphics aren't going to be as great, right? It's going to be
it depends on your connection.
It's going to have a bad bit rate. Yeah, the bit rate.
I mean, just in general.
In
general. So, it's kind of like Rand was telling me about it when I was streaming. He was in my chat, and he was saying it's going to be like the cheaper, casual, person that's just going to plug it in their TV and play. And I thought of it that way, like, okay, let's, it'd be interesting to see what they can do. Because the way I saw it was like Microsoft has all the money in the world. They have this cloud that we keep hearing about. We need to see if they can put their foot in the pool, as I gave as my analogy, instead of jumping right in, have it alongside with the main console, the traditional one, and just see how it works and maybe make it better. Because they say this is the future. That's what a lot of even developers say, that it's going to be streaming in the future. How long into the future, who knows? But if that indeed is going to be it, my point was like, let Microsoft do it. Let's see what they can do. And I had people coming at me like Jay Bari.
Jay Bari. Man. Yeah, we gotta talk about that.
If you guys follow me on Twitter,
oh man.
Yeah, he didn't at me, but he was saying this.
Oh, he was talking shit.
This chick Erica was saying this, like PS Now didn't exist, and I never talked about it like that, but he was coming at me like as if I was all excited and for this. I'm just curious. I'm more so just I'm not
What's
freaking
funny
out.
Is he was coming at you, but he didn't actually.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You saying he was subtweeting?
You subtweeted.
Sneak distance.
Sneak distance.
Then Erica came with receipts, and she showed screen caps of him actually adding her.
Oh man!
Exposed him.
Oh man, that shit was funny.
He was donkey
I
in
was
the
dying.
Yeah,
wow.
I threw that out there. I'm like,
So-
he has to know me. My name is the same everywhere. He's been on Press Start.
Multiple
I
times.
was like, dude, come on. I was like, come on.
Oh man.
He was
I had
definitely
to-
thinking with his heart.
The dude was
Yeah.
in your kitchen. Dude was in your kitchen eating out of your fridge, being like, "We never talked. We never met you."
Man.
I don't know where
Respect
you
gaming, Jay Bari.
Respect it.
Yeah, so that was funny. Yeah, Twitter was entertaining that day.
I just think
you know.
that the fact that because Microsoft is doing it, it's interesting to see what they're going to do with it. It doesn't mean that, Sony's any worse for trying it first, although what they tried didn't really succeed because the stuff that they were charging in the beginning when they launched it was ludicrous. At the same
Still can be
token, though,
considered that too.
yeah, like their prices when they first launched were just astronomically outrageous. And then you can't defend PS Now. There's no way to defend it.
You sure?
Right.
Because there was a
They're
couple
trying,
people on
though.
Twitter that was defending
People
that
are really
trash.
trying, like,
The price,
just
like,
because
there's a lot of
Microsoft
things
is
wrong with
doing
that.
it,
Yeah, doesn't mean they'll do it
but
bad
the
too, right? Who knows?
Yeah, exactly.
Who knows?
Just because we're discussing Microsoft doing it doesn't mean we're not discounting the fact that Sony did it as well.
Thank you.
But just because Sony did it first doesn't mean they did it best. So you can take your pony Put it back in the stable. And close the door. Okay.
I did notice a lot of people though.
Just because
doing
On
that.
Live got purchased, just because you can stream to your Fire Stick for games, just because PS Now exists, it doesn't mean they're good.
Yeah, I saw a couple people posting like PS Vita TVs and stuff like that. You got to remember, like, that kind of technology is old as shit too, right? So we in 2018 now, and by the time this probably launches, probably be 2020. So who knows how it would work? That's why, like, when I seen the rumor, I never really like, killed it from the jump. Like, oh, this is trash. Like, I don't want this.
Yeah.
I want to see Microsoft attempt it. Look, they already said they're bringing a traditional console. Fine, if they're gonna attempt a secondary device, which is a streaming box, discless, because I've always felt that Microsoft was gonna bring like a no disc Xbox at some point. So this might be it, right? Maybe it might be digital and streaming. That's all you can do on this, right? So I want to see them attempt it. I want to see if they can get the latency better than PS Now, because I've tried PS Now multiple times on Vita, on PC, on PS4. It was a no good go for me. So I'm just interested to see if it would work. Would I like purchase one for myself? Probably not, but I just want to see if they can do it better than PlayStation. That's how I feel about it. Yeah.
Way to go.
We got some more donations. Yoshi Space Dragon. Jack, why don't you take this over for me, bro? I want to see if you can...
No, I already read that one.
Jack, why don't you take this over?
Hold on, let me see if I can go find it, man.
Okay, Erica, why don't you take this from me? Alex already knows a DC character, so I want to see... Everyone's exposing coffee out here, man! I want y'all to... Yo, Erica first, why don't you take a look at this one?
The one from Yoshi?
Yeah. Say it, say it! Y'all been laughing at me, say it!
Wait.
I don't know how to pronounce it. I ain't gonna even
Jack,
like
move!
hearing
I
you?
mean, J-Man, you say it.
It look like it say
My speakers were... Sorry.
Miss I don't know how to pronounce that shit, man.
Come on. You can do it.
Where's the L's
Mystic?
Where's the L's for Jack, huh? Nah, man, I'm just playing.
Hey man, nah, look at that word, man. What the hell is that, bro?
Mix it talk. Mix it talk.
Come on.
Alex knows it because he knows the character probably, right?
Because I read the books.
Oh no, that name crazy.
That is crazy. I can't.
Mystic.
Nope.
Mystic.
Whoa, what you say?
Ms. Dick, what? No.
You see,
I'll try to pronounce that shit again. I'm gonna have a stroke.
you see what I'm saying? Like, I don't even feel bad that I can't pronounce words like this.
that was
Like,
crazy.
I can't pronounce some of these. Even the one under that King Ace posted, like, I don't even feel bad that I can't pronounce that. I'm sorry, I don't feel bad whatsoever.
That joint
When am I ever gonna
crazy.
use that in my daily life, though?
Mr. Mixelplick. Mr.
Mixel
is a villain for Superman.
Say it again.
Because Mr. Mixelplick.
Mr. Mistlepick.
No.
See what I'm saying? It's a tongue twister.
Say it
for me.
again, Alex. Say it again, Alex.
Mr. Mixelplick.
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 Mr. Mixelplick.
Mixelplick.
They wrote it that way because he is a villain for Superman. Because Superman was too strong when they wrote him at that time. That he is a small little, like, almost like fairy gnome that pops in and out, and he thought he was hallucinating.
Mixelplick.
And then, so they wrote him there to fuck with Superman, and he put him in there.
Mixelplick.
See, that's why I like the more normal Superman comics where he just fights normal people like stuff. The weird stuff.
Wow.
Honestly, I haven't picked up a book in like.
Say it again. Say it again for me, yo. I wanna say it again.
Mr. Mixelplick.
Mr. Mixelplick. Did I say it correct?
I got it.
All right. See,
you got
weird
it.
ass.
If you really want to say it, like just watch the animated series that was with Batman and Superman
Oh,
at the same
hold on.
time. He's in there.
So wait a minute. Kofi can say Mixelplick, but he can't say tortilla, right? Hold on, bro. This is crazy.
Tortilla.
Right?
Is it tortilla or
Tortilla.
tortilla? Tortilla.
Yeah.
Two L's make a Y sound. Two L's make a Y sound.
Tortilla.
Kobe,
Okay.
I'm
Tortilla. There you go.
Tortilla.
I'm taking you to Chipotle sometime, and I'll buy your dinner as long as you read everything.
So in the chat, Jean the Don is correct.
What? What did you say?
If you say his name backwards, then he goes away.
Oh.
What kind of? Oh my
So say his
God.
name backwards then.
Oh, dude, I could.
We not finna even attempt that shit today.
It'd be like clicks.
Mixelplick.
Clip.
Kill.
Kicks him.
It was like,
like-
Clip
we
Bill Skinner.
got another one too.
Oh my god.
Oh my
Yoshi,
God.
you're crazy.
We got another one.
What do you say? Oh no, we
Jesus.
out.
Oh, my God.
We out.
Oh, Someone, I saw this is actually, what is it? It's like the.
I'm never gonna try.
It news that this is the world's longest town. What's funny is you can look this up if you Google this. There's like the local news reporter actually says it super casually. It's like this local weather girl, and she's just like, as you can tell, there's rain moving into Tomahawk, whatever. And she's
She said it like it's not a big deal.
yeah, super. It's like 15 seconds.
Like it was no problem.
It's just like this super. Like, oh, okay, wow, okay, I'm an idiot.
I gotta
In
look that
Hawke's
up.
Bay, New Zealand. Get that shit out of here. Ain't nobody pronouncing that.
I gotta look that up. That's crazy.
All right. Okay, we're trying to do a podcast now. Now man's are trying to challenge me for this reader shit, yo, or these word shit. How do you even say this damn word right here? The next donation. How do you even say that?
Where you at?
Which one?
I don't see no other ones.
The sequidalian, which I assume
Oh, y'all tweaking.
because of its Latin.
Sesquipedalium.
I'm assuming it's something having to do with like horse medicine. I can only.
Eric, how do you say that?
Like
Quidalium?
equine
They
thing.
were just saying I finessed them for more donations, but I ain't seeing these, so it's not helping.
Oh yeah, I see it.
How do you say that?
Sesquipedalian?
That's what it looked like. Yeah.
Dylan.
This is
Sasquatch. I don't know.
Sasquatch.
the Phonics
Shit is crazy.
podcast.
Shit is crazy. Yeah, we definitely learning out here.
You're showing wow.
All right, let's keep it moving. What's the next Patreon thing? Patreon topic. Let me see.
This is from
Let me open it up.
Anthony. You got it?
What is he saying?
Anthony Johnson. He asks, "Where do you guys see gaming in the next 5 years?"
Ha!
Oh
Streaming.
man.
We were kind of just talking about it, right?
A little bit. So
I hope not.
I don't think it's gonna be fully streaming. I think it's just gonna be more digital. In 5 years from
Definitely more
now,
digital.
maybe.
So diskless.
Yeah, more
diskless consoles.
diskless consoles.
Dickless, yeah.
Dickless.
Oh no! Wait a minute. Well, there are more females in gaming. I don't know about that one, Kofi.
Oh, that's a good one right there. Good pun.
Oh, more females.
I think that we're going to see a big divide, and I think there's going to be games that will remain physical. I think buying physical games in the future will be more expensive. I think it'll be a thing where you pay like $70 for a fancy box, but in order to get everything digitally, it'll be $40. But every game will be $40. I think that we're going to start to see more games being piecemealed out. I think it'll be like, okay, you want Call of Duty? $40 for the campaign, $40 for the multiplayer. Okay.
So basically worse DLC.
You know what I
well,
want to see? Go ahead.
I was going to say, to finish that thought off, is I think we're seeing the final death of loot boxes and that style of microtransactions. We're finally realizing that those don't pay and they actually cause such public backlashes. Your company loses money. So I think they're going to find new ways to section out and sell you the full game. As bad as that is, I do believe that's the future.
Yep. So that way, Call of Duty, they'll be like, "Oh, here's the multiplayer that you really want. But
Yes.
if you want the whole game, it's $100 because
and
you gotta
weirdly-
pay for the whole thing."
It will make them a lot more money because then they'll end up selling you the physical version will only be the $80 version of, oh, you want Call of Duty on a disc? Well, it's $80 and it comes with all future DLC, but you have to buy it for $80. That's just what they're going to try and do.
I mean, they're doing it now, though. I mean, like you're
Yeah, I was
seeing
gonna
it
say
with
that.
like Shadow of War had like multiple tiers of pre-order. So did Deus Ex Mankind Divided.
Red
You-
Dead.
Red Dead is gonna do it. Like if you want the
Ubisoft is
whole
big on
game,
that tier.
it's like $120.
Collector's
But if you
editions with
want,
no
like-
games and stuff like that. Shit is crazy.
Yeah, it's
man.
Yeah, exactly.
Like
Yeah,
they're
that's-
gonna
that's
cut everything
specific.
they possibly can to do whatever they can to make whatever money to get it out of your pockets. Because Activision, I don't know about loot boxes going away, because they made $4 billion with a B last year in revenue from just loot boxes.
I can believe
a
it.
money maker.
Like that's crazy to me.
It is, but I think that it's from all the data I've read, it's definitely one of those things of a few games are making that entire billion. It's one of those things where it's not a bunch of games. So I think that there will be free-to-play games that keep making that cash.
Yeah.
But I think for the most part, they're just going to try and find new ways to cut up a pizza and sell it to you by the slice.
I like the more I think about it, the more I look at it. When I see loot boxes, the only time I find them acceptable is if the game is free. Because then I see it as like you're just tipping the guys who made it. Because it's a free game. But if I'm paying a premium price for a premium product, I'm giving you the full $60. I expect a full product in return. Like that's just how I view it.
I keep spending money on Fortnite just to thank the developers. Like, they don't even need my cash, but I play that game so much. It's my main relax game. Me and all my buddies actually get together and play it all the time.
Yeah.
So it's one of those things where I keep buying like taunts and dances in there I won't necessarily use because it's like an extra $5 here and there, just because like, okay, yeah, I'm paying your game. I want to tip you for all the players that aren't going to pay you.
Yeah. Like I think that model works really well. And I also like, you ever played Space Team on iPhone?
No, I don't do phone games.
So Space Team is it's a multiplayer game where everybody has a piece of a spaceship, and instead of having like loot boxes or whatever, they just have like a tip jar. If you want a tip for playing the game or giving us a tip, go for it. Like, I think that's really cool. But we'll see how things go.
This person's so interested in you just saying the super
I know.
easy word.
Super easy word, huh?
Bro, what the
King
fuck?
Ace 24, thanks for the donation, and y'all killing me
King
today.
Ace.
Yeah, y'all can't say I can't read, but y'all give me some like hard. Yeah, I don't even know if y'all can even say this word. That's the crazy thing.
You did say send the hardest words.
Yeah, I
You
did.
kind of asked for
I
it.
did.
Yeah.
Oh man, this is wild.
Oh man.
What does that even say?
I didn't mean words like this. I just meant.
I saw flock and then I dipped out.
Yeah, like I can't.
No
Hey,
flocking.
man.
That's it.
In Canadian school education, we didn't get these kind of words. Shit, I haven't even seen this word in college.
Shit, we didn't get these in our school either. What the
Hold on,
fuck?
that's
If that's what y'all learning in America, then y'all some
Hell
smart
no.
people, man, over there, man. Because I didn't see none of
This
those
is-
words, bro.
Nah,
All they teach you in America is to be a
Hold
Walmart
on.
cashier. They
I
don't
think
have
I can
words like
pronounce
this.
this.
that's a
All
fact.
right, yo, Jack, give it a try.
Let me see. Floccusin. Well, hold on. Floccusin.
What?
It like I say, Floccusin Nafasin Fellation.
For what?
Floccusin, Nasin.
Fellation.
How?
No, Foccation. No.
Flock.
All right.
How?
It's Floxit, Floxit, Noxit, Nihila Pilification.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, Alex?
Like that.
Yeah.
See, that's
Something like
why I
that,
need Alex
yeah.
on the podcast, man. He can do all of that shit I can't do, man. We all got our skills. I cannot do
Magic Thunder
that.
is the powerhouse of the cell.
That's
You
some
gotta
wild
do it. You
shit.
gotta do it in PC. That's the only way.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So, what were we talking about before that came?
Where we see
Oh.
games in 5 years.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Did
Oh.
everyone give their input?
I
was-
mean,
I was
Dreamcast
thinking-
guy, made some good points.
Mhm.
It
Yeah,
was bad to think about though, because it's just gonna get worse probably.
You think it's gonna get worse?
But I was gonna mention about Call of Duty with breaking things up. They're kind of doing that a little bit. Like when they released Call of Duty 4 again, it was only the campaign. Or what game was it? They did something like that. It's
It
just
was-
the campaign,
It
or
was
just
Call of Duty 4 where they
the
put
multiplayer.
Yeah, and they really.
the campaign. Yeah, it was with you only got it with like the hardened edition
Mhm.
Yeah.
of another Call of Duty.
Yeah,
That was
And
some,
then-
that was
and then
some
the
bullshit, bro.
multiplayer-
And I was actually excited about that shit, but I never ended up playing
And then
it.
the multiplayer of 4, instead of just keeping the multiplayer, they put loot boxes in the multiplayer of 4 that you
There you
got
go.
with that. So it was
Well-
like, dude, what are you like? You're just
Well,
like. You're
and they-
fisting
Yeah.
me once, then you're pulling out, then you're putting the other fist right in. You're like not even
And-
giving me a
and-
break.
And then didn't you have to buy a new Call of Duty to get that multiplayer
Yeah,
at first? And
yeah,
then
it was-
I think so.
you
Something
had
like
to
that.
buy- you had to buy
they've kind of done that.
the ultimate hand job edition of Infinity of Infinite Warfare,
Yeah.
and then when you did it, you got Modern Warfare 4 or Call of
Right.
Duty 4 Modern Warfare. Although the bad thing was, then you actually still had to buy the map
DLC,
separately.
yes,
It was
the fucking
more
DLC.
expensive. It was more expensive. People were so mad at being like, "Okay, how many times are you gonna fuck me today?" Okay.
Yeah, I was done with that remaster after that shit. I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah,
And
I charge
bad.
for this
but the
shit
thing
again.
is, like, it's crazy, but like people like my brother-in-law, he only buys 2 games every year. He buys a Call of Duty and he buys a Madden. That's all he plays.
Not in no
And I'm like, bro, you gotta branch out. He's like, no, that's what I play when I get off work. And I'm like,
Speaking of like those yearly games, like what do y'all think about the future of those games not coming out every year, but just like updates and like
They'll
roster
never do
upgrades?
that. They'll never do
That's
that.
what I
That's
want to
the dream.
see, but I don't think they would.
Man.
But it's possible because a game like Warframe, which got like a huge visual upgrade over the years and stuff like that, like they could do some shit like that over like an update or a patch.
The only reason they won't is because they don't have to. Like the gun's
Right.
not too
Exactly.
ahead. They
Yeah.
have created a market that doesn't mind being abused.
Sounds
2K
wild.
2K18 is the best selling 2K game ever. So
Yeah, and I'm sure
Yeah.
2K
It ain't-
will break those records.
it ain't slowing down.
It's crazy
So
how
it
people
ain't no
don't really
reason to.
complain about virtual coin as much. Like a lot. it's funny how gamers like pick and choose their fights, which I don't understand how it works. Sometimes I guess whatever's a hot topic, but like 2K has literally been fucking people with virtual coin for like the longest time. You know what I mean? And
Take Two interactive.
No one really talks about it, right? You know?
Wait till Red Dead.
The reason I think people not complaining about virtual currency this year is because even if you buy like how many VC, you still got to actually play the game to level up your character this year. So it's like kind of.
Well, yeah, to like a certain point. Like you
got to unlock the tiers
to a certain point, and then after that you have to grind.
Like I still don't even have a tier unlock to get to level 90, and I've been playing the game for hundreds of fucking hours. So,
but then you look at NBA Live, Jack, and you don't have to do none of that shit. You know what I mean?
Oh man, sheesh. Live might be the move, man.
People not really. They're sleeping on 2K and Take Two, but wait till Red Dead.
Oh yeah, I'll be bad there too.
Wait, like
I think they're gonna have some.
Like you think they're not gonna do some shit like they're doing with GTA 5? You kidding me?
Yeah.
Oh, like shark cards and all that.
You guys think we're gonna see any gameplay soon? Like we haven't seen anything.
3 months.
But that's it. Well, no, that's the thing is people forget Rockstar never shows gameplay any of their games. Like literally. The week before, like Grand Theft Auto 5 came out, they were still just being like, "How do you feel about heists?"
I think a trailer's coming.
That is Rockstar.
A trailer's coming before the game launches. There's gonna be a trailer doing an overview of the gameplay. Like same thing will happen.
They'll show.
They'll show a trailer.
3 months to today, it comes out in 3 months exactly.
We'll get it soon. I think they know that we're still kind of far away from the release, so they're probably just giving it some time. You know what I mean? So. Are you guys worried? That's what you guys are saying?
No,
I'm not really worried at all, to be honest. Though, like I ain't scared. Though
I've been seeing some people thinking it's gonna get delayed again, and I'm like, I don't think so.
We'll see.
But you never know with Rockstar. And then
Rockstar don't make bad games though, so I'm not worried.
Yeah,
it was funny to think about too. Like, what if they delayed it to February?
Holy shit!
Everybody moved out of the way.
Yeah, they all moved, and then they delay it. That would be funny in itself.
That would be hilarious.
They might delay the online the same way they did GTA Online. GTA Online was supposed to be their day and date, and then it came out like 6 full months later, and then even then it didn't work for another like 2 months on top of that.
Yeah, I remember when GTA Online came out, that shit was broke.
Yeah, I said
I lost 8 characters.
So did I. Yeah, I kept making characters and they kept glitching out. I remember I got into it. I was one of the first people. I was spamming login. I got in and I did the first race and it said like, "You set a world record," and then it deleted my character and I did the same race and it said, "You set a world record again." I was like, okay, stop.
Yeah, I think it was like a month later after the game came out, but yeah, it was fucked.
Kofi, say fuchsia. Did I say it correct?
Oh yeah.
Isn't that a color?
Hold on. Yeah.
And that's a city in Pokemon Yellow. You know
Last
what I mean?
one. What about
Red.
about the Pegwachanmayoko Sakawe Pinwaki Lake, Kofi? You should pronounce this. It's found in Canada. Prove me wrong. You're right. I actually Googled. It is found in Canada. And I never heard of it. It's in Manitoba, which I have no idea. You know what I mean? I'm from Toronto.
Jesus, from where are y'all finding this bullshit?
Yeah,
that sounds like some Persona 5 shit. Like, hold on.
Or some Metal Gear Solid, where they're like, "Ha, you didn't know that I was actually secretly involved in the Pekka Winishimata tournament."
Yeah, the Lali Lule Low, and you were like, "What the fuck is that?"
Max.
Kofi speaking in tongues. Oh my god, y'all are some savages, bro. I'm definitely speaking.
I'm convinced after all this shit, we all curse. We have bound to have said some curses on this fucking podcast.
We did
some rituals or something.
They're gonna sneak something in there. You already know.
Wake up in the middle of the night, some shit.
You know what?
Didn't I say something earlier?
You know what?
I think I did.
There was a story that I think it was like a pizza website, right? And you know how like when you apply for something online, there's always like some terms of service or some contract or some agreement that we all click. We just scroll to the bottom and click, right?
Yeah.
And they just agree. I think there was like a code or a coupon code in one of the terms of service or whatever. And only if you read it, then you would have got it. So like there was like a story for that, like, and I was just thinking like, how wild is it? Like you could be selling your soul and you wouldn't even know, bro. You could be selling anything in those terms. We all just click agree and just continue. You know what I mean?
I thought you were going to tell the story about when Pizza Hut, to try and advertise the Pizza Hut app, they had a competition where you would basically get to create your own like artistic pizza and put pepperonis where you want and stuff. And so they had a competition of who you could make one, you could name it, and the one that had the highest upvotes would win free pizza forever. And so all the 4chan jerks decided to go on there and make a picture of the Twin Towers burning out of sausage.
What the fuck? What the fuck?
Wow.
But it gets worse. They made swastikas. They named the pizza
What?
Hitler did nothing wrong.
That's not like fortune.
Dude,
The
it was
thing is,
the
the
front-
second you
crazy.
said contest, I said, "Oh, here we go." It's gonna
Yeah,
be
I thought you were
That's like fortune, man.
It was front page. Dude, it's front page of their website for 72 hours. It's like I'm sure everybody lost their job. That whole marketing team.
Do you guys know about
Yeah.
what happened to Pitbull in 4chan?
Yes.
What happened?
What was that?
The rapper?
So Pitbull did a thing where it was like, send Poppy 305 to any Walmart and he'll perform a concert there. So they were doing that shit to like Taylor Swift and she was like not going or whatever. So what they did was they sent Pitbull to like a Walmart in Alaska. And Pitbull was like, "Dale, fuck it, let's go." So he fucking goes to Alaska and he like shows up there. He performs a concert there for these people that are like, they live out in the fucking boonies of Alaska.
And
Like it's totally fun. He went with it. Like the guy's fucking great.
I saw, and the one for Taylor Swift, the one she refused to do, it was a thing of whichever school got the most votes, she'd perform a free concert, and so they rigged the vote so a school for the deaf won.
Yeah.
That's fucked up. That's so fucked up, bro. Yeah.
That's really good.
That's fucked up.
That's really
fucked
good.
It's like, all right.
Yo,
that's
people
just
are
like,
fucking trash, man. Ew.
You say that as you're laughing while you say
I
that.
know. I'm
That shit funny, dog. That's funny, dog.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Holy shit.
Damn.
All
Should we do another Patreon?
All right.
Patreon question?
Do
or-
another Patreon. You know, I got this. I got this. Niggas talking shit. I got this. Where is it though?
No, I got this. I'm reading
All
this.
right, go ahead,
Aren't
Erica.
I?
Go ahead, Erica.
Okay, so this is from Denim Facey, or Fossey, however it's pronounced. It
That's
says-
Denny.
It's Denny in the
Okay,
chat.
okay.
Yeah, Denny in the
Hey,
chat.
Denny. What's
Shout
up,
out
Denny?
Denny,
Says-
man.
Says, hey guys, my question was between Kofi, J-Main, Jack, Erica, and Alex. Which one of you thinks is the funniest on podcast in their own way? Thanks.
All right, so everyone take a turn.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead. I'll say the funniest is probably between Jack, Move, Johnny, and Alex being the funniest members of Press Start Podcast. J-Main?
You want? A good one. I think it's funny how Erica don't play no games. Oh, Erica.
Pull up.
Erica's
Pull
the
up. Let's
She on
go.
a gaming podcast. She'll play no
Let's
games.
go.
Go, Erica.
Wait a minute. How many games you beat this year, J-Main?
I'm at 7. What's good?
Oh, I just hit 7 too.
Oh,
Let's
yeah.
go play no games. All right, y'all play no games. All
I'm at
right.
home working on my marriage. And
Working on- oh, shit. Okay, J-Main. J-Main got the jokes now all of a sudden. Okay, I see.
I've been married longer, so there's more to work on, okay?
Oh man.
We're both at 7, damn.
Oh shit.
We gotta step it up. We gotta step it up.
We
Yeah,
got
you guys are really low key missing out on Erica because she's like that girl in class who you have to like sit next to and just really listen to because she says some shit under her breath. That you're just like, motherfucker.
Yeah, she got the jokes low key.
Like she's like that.
You know
She's
what I
like
mean?
she's like, well, yeah, bitch, I'll fucking cut you. Like she'll like,
Whoa.
like you know, Erica's the kind of girl who would like, like make fun of you as you're presenting something.
But
in
she
class,
throws
but look
shade so
quietly to
nicely
yourself.
though. Like, you know what I mean?
It's so quick.
It's
It's
so-
so like quick and soft, and you're
You
like,
didn't even know what hit you.
She'll
Dude,
be
you don't.
insulting you, but she'll do it in like a nice way though.
It's a
Yeah.
subtle
It's a
touch,
backhanded
I
compliment.
think.
Perfect.
I don't know.
So Erica, who
who's
would
the
you
funniest?
say?
Who's the
I don't think
funniest?
J-Main even answered. You said Erica.
Oh, I said Erica. I would go with Jack though.
Jack's funny.
as hell.
Jack's funny as hell, definitely.
Jack has like the best puns. He had one today. He had a good one today. so
Oh, did
far.
I? Did I?
Yeah,
Oh, what I
Jack
say?
probably the
Yeah.
funniest.
Oh man.
Next to Alex too.
You
I
want-
think
you
Alex
want-
funny
Jack,
too.
Like,
Jack,
he-
you want to do a
the
pun
thing with-
contest? I got a pun contest for you.
Oh no, I ain't about to smoke, man.
The thing with Jack is he doesn't have to say a lot, and he'll make
You know,
laugh.
his laugh is like funny as hell. Like I find
Yeah,
Jack's
that's
laugh.
He's got a contagious
Yeah,
laugh.
his laugh is very contagious.
Aww.
Contagious.
Aww.
Oh, guys, come on.
This is cute.
And I ain't gonna front that southern accent that you got. That shit'll always be funny. Like anybody from like down south Mississippi or fucking Memphis and shit like that.
That's like a cartoon character.
Yeah,
dog.
like y'all effortlessly funny. Like y'all don't even gotta try. That shit is just funny as hell anytime y'all talk.
Yeah.
Anytime you say "ew" too, is like,
Yeah,
There you go. That's a good
There you
bit.
go.
That's a good bit.
Yeah.
yeah.
Alex,
Go ahead, say it.
what?
Oh no, I said Erica. I said Erica's funny.
Oh, he said Erica? Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I said Erica.
Okay. All right. Let's talk.
Fucking stop reading words in the chat and actually get to
Oh
it.
boy. Let's talk about No Man's Sky. So No Man's Sky, we were supposed to talk about this last podcast, but I think I forgot. Last podcast was all over the place. It was a good time. Alex versus Gaming Addict. Anyone remember that shit? That shit was funny as hell.
Oh, that shit was fire.
Make sure you check
Fire.
out last week's podcast. It was hilarious. Absolutely hilarious. So let's talk about No Man's Sky a little bit. Dreamcast guy probably got the most hands-on with the latest patch. So I just want to get your thoughts of it. Is it worth the purchase now? Should people check out No Man's Sky now? Or is it too late? That boat has sailed. What's up?
It definitely has not sailed. I still think $30 right now. It's on sale almost everywhere for $30. I still think that's a little bit too much. I think 10 or 20 is a lot better. It's still very focused on crafting. It is for people who are 100% the type who want to land on a planet, pick up materials for hours on end, build a base. There's lots of different construction option now, so you can actually make like generators to craft all sorts of rare elements and upgrade your ship, do all sorts of cool stuff. It is a much better game. It's still, I feel like, not for everybody. It is for people who like crafting more than combat. I actually tried to do a bunch of space combat. Even with the new multiplayer, it's not super great. I still hate that, like, when you're flying, when bad guys show up, it just stops your ship, and then you basically either have to pay them like $50,000 to leave you alone, and sometimes they still don't. So it's just one of those games still where you have to like. It is for a particular audience. If you are looking for a space exploration game where you can just sit down on a planet for hours and hours and hours and make your own fun, it's good for that. I don't know if it's for me.
How's the exploration? Did they like improve it in terms of like the type of creatures that you see and stuff like that?
Yes, that's probably the biggest thing that I'm surprised more people aren't talking about. They very clearly went in and messed with the procedural generation to make it where it actually makes creatures that actually look correct now. Nothing is like a giant pair of boobs walking around with 18 legs. Everything.
Look, there's nothing wrong with it.
Oh,
Everything. Yeah, I do love a tittysaurus. No, but looks like it makes sense. Like I was on a planet where it was actually raining acid. Like every 10 minutes, it would actually rain acid for about 2 minutes. So I had to keep hiding in like different caves and build structures to hide in and stuff. And there were a bunch of creatures out there that actually had an appearance like they had evolved to adapt to acid rain. It wasn't like a bunch of little fluffy bunnies that were just somehow immune.
I'm seeing a video right now on Twitter. They got like underwater caves and this shit now.
The graphics look a lot better because I'm one of those people who actually bought No Man's Sky on PC when it first and I actually thought the Steam refund was at the time was like 5 hours or so, but I think it was 4 hours. So I played 4 hours of it, tried to refund it, tried multiple times. I couldn't get a refund, so I'm stuck with the game. So when I was playing it at launch, the textures of the game looked really, really bad. So my question to you, Dreamcast guy, has they improved? Because I've seen like one of my buddies, Arsenal, post on Twitter a couple of screenshots, and the game looks absolutely amazing now. Would you say the graphics have gotten a lot better?
They have, but I feel like it's not necessarily a texture thing so much as it's a style thing. Like when you land, not every planet is going to have the same giant red crystals sticking awkwardly out of the surface now. There's going to be more of a gambit, a wide range of different styles of flora and fauna. I landed on a random snow planet. One of the things they've added now is rings around planets, and I landed on a snowy moon that had rings around it. And seeing that view, it looks super cool, even though it's probably not 4K, 800 frames a second. It looked cooler just because they managed to fix the aesthetic of it.
Okay, so, Jack, now that they have upgraded the game, are you interested in No Man's Sky, or you're still not interested?
I can't do it, man. I can't. I mean, I applaud them for still trying to, redeem themselves for the fucking sham they put out 2 years ago. But like I said, man, it's just something about space-based games that really irk me, man. Like, besides a few. But like I said, it looked like they improving the game, which that's all you can ask them to do is fix their fucking game, which it should have been, operational in the first place. But nah, I can't mess with it.
So if the game was free on PS Plus, would you download it? Would you check it out?
If people wanted me to stream it, possibly, but not.
Even if it was
other
free?
than that. Nah.
Okay.
No.
J-Main, weren't
Yeah.
you trying to buy this game, or are you interested in the game now?
I had played it when it first came out. I game shared it with a homie, and we all know how it went when it first came out. The game was absolutely trash. I was actually excited for it too. I thought it would be something I would really like, but it ended up just being a repetitive. The mission structure was really repetitive and all that other stuff. It just didn't keep me around for too long. I actually wanted to check out this latest update, but I don't have the game share partner anymore, so I'm not about to buy it again.
Yeah.
If it was free, maybe if it comes to PlayStation Plus, I'll download it, check it out.
Yeah.
Cause I like that they added like the third person stuff,
the third person,
and
right.
and like more exploration things and the building and stuff like that. Like that seems cool. It seems like they are doing what they promised from the beginning in the multi and all that. I got a question.
Go ahead, J-Man.
The people seem to be very forgiving of this game, this company, and I'm wondering like why? Like 2 years since this game came out, and we got shitted on. Like why is it that since this latest update came out, people are like
wanted to love this game. That's the thing.
Yeah.
I think people really like the idea of this game, like what they presented. What Sean Murray did correct is they sold us on a dream. He really sold us well on this dream of this infinite universe going to planet. Like how he sold us the game, it just sounded so cool, even to me, to the point that when the game launched, I actually wanted to play the game and check it out, right? So I think that's why people are so forgiving. I think people really like this idea, like the idea itself. You know what I mean?
That's a good point.
Not to mention the soundtrack of that game is absolutely unbelievable.
Yeah, the soundtrack is good.
The soundtrack of that game is this amazing melodic like space rock, and it's like just fucking unreal when you play that game. And
They definitely
I think also too, like just having everything. What sold me on that game when I first saw it was getting into the ship and just right into space. That's I think how they did that in No Man's Sky is perfect. So there's been no other game that I've played so far that has done that feeling better. I mean, Elite Dangerous does it really well, but nothing like No Man's Sky. And you see that game and just the title of it, the way they set it up, how you take off and how you land on planets, the soundtrack. Like, I think people just want that game to be exactly what he promised us. And I think the fact that they're putting their money where their mouth is and they're doing it is killer, because now I want to actually like put my money down and pick it up, because I feel like this is the 1.0 release of this game.
I have a question.
You didn't have it when it first came out, right, Alex?
No, I didn't get it when it first came out.
For Dreamcast, do you know, did they change the ending? Like, did they add more?
Oh, yeah.
Because I know people were really disappointed.
Yeah, when they got to the center of the universe, right?
They actually did that as the giant update last year. So on the anniversary of its launch, they released a giant, huge patch called Atlas Rising, which completely redid the story. But what's interesting is they actually even kept adding, because originally you basically had to like still go pretty deep in this space before the story started and it actually created an ending. In this newest patch, they've actually made it so now on the first planet, at the beginning planet, instead of just being like teaching you how to craft your first like ship and fly into space, instead it actually has some of the first hints about what the Atlas is and why these space beings are trying to compel you to go on this journey. they've actually added in all sorts of quests now too, which is really cool. You can actually go up to space stations, and they're like 10 times bigger now. And when you go up into those space station, there's people there, and you can actually talk to them, and they'll pay you credits to do stuff like kill aliens or get in a space fight and stuff like that. So picking up quests also makes it where you'll stumble on more artifacts and more actual story.
Shit, now I want to buy it.
I see.
quick shout outs. EGO, thanks for the donation. I appreciate it. We really do appreciate it. If I missed your donation, I need to read it. Sometimes the chat goes a little bit fast, right? And when I look away, then I might have missed it. So I appreciate everyone who donates. Just know that anyone who donates anything, you don't even have to donate, but I appreciate whatever we get. And Cheese Ball, thanks for the donation as well. And Sofa Spy, thanks for the donation as well. I think those are the people that I'm looking at. I may have not said anything or I missed, but we appreciate it. So continuing the conversation about No Man's Sky, Alex, are you gonna check it out, or you still don't care about it?
You know, $30. I grew up playing games like Wing Commander on DOS as a kid, and this kind of stuff just like space sims fit so far right up my alley. And like, I almost bought a Vive and a HOTAS to play Elite Dangerous.
Oh, that shit's cool.
Like, you don't know what a HOTAS is?
No.
Like, you know what a HOTAS is, right? So like as a kid I played MechWar a lot, and I had a Microsoft Sidewinder. Remember that? No, you didn't.
No, of course.
Okay, so a HOTAS is basically a full. The one I wanted to buy was like $800, and it was a full mounted, basically cockpit setup on your desk, and you would have it in VR, and that's what I would want to do with Elite Dangerous. I almost spent that money for Elite Dangerous, almost.
That shit's actually really
like these kinds of games are like right up my alley, and like I really want to play it.
That shit's actually really, really cool in VR. It's one of the games I actually tried in VR that I enjoyed. Like, I didn't really understand the game, but like just being in the cockpit and stuff like that, it looked really,
and just looking around and seeing
so
everything
cool. It
is
looked
like
so
the best. Yeah,
it looks so cool.
Like, that's why I would buy a Vive, is for Elite.
Yeah, like Elite Dangerous is actually really cool in VR. Like, really, really cool. Porno is really cool too in VR too, by the way. Very, very
cool. That's what you're putting up on the new channel, Kofi? All right.
Yeah, man.
You're the star of every movie.
Man, Kofi.
All right, so let's go to our next Patreon question.
Okay, so the next one is from Kenbo559.
Hey,
I wonder who that is.
Kenny.
Shout out to the brethren.
He asks, if you could wield any weapon from any game, what would it be and why?
Dreamcast guy, would you want to start us off?
Did we answer this before?
I think we got a similar question like this in the past, but we'll answer it again. No problem.
All right.
Dreamcast guy, you want to go?
Weapon-wise, I'd say the axe from God of War, because I love throwing it and pulling it back to me. I feel like
very
it's
satisfying.
But I want to actually cheat and say item. An item I've always fantasized about having. Like, for my whole life, I've always thought it'd be super cool to have the Hearthstone from World of Warcraft and be able to immediately teleport back to my house whenever I want. I always thought that was so cool because, I'll be honest,
fast travel.
I've been in several situations in life where I'm at a party and it sucks and it just like everyone smells bad and I'm like, what am I doing? It's so sweet to just like later nerds and start casting a spell. Or like you're at work if you're feeling sick.
You say later nerds and cast a spell and you do this.
Yeah, you're all the nerds.
Nerds.
Or you out in public, you gotta take a shit. You know what I mean? That would be clutch.
Oh man, definitely need to facts.
Yeah,
That's a good one though.
That is a good one.
I'm going. If I'm going with weapon, I probably said this before, but I'm going to Keyblade. Keyblade is my shit from one of my favorite games, and Kingdom Hearts.
Man,
the variety changes, the weapon changes depending on the world you in.
Okay, I know people are gonna get a little tight, man. Look, Kingdom Hearts.
What you got to say about Kingdom Hearts?
1 is not that good. I'm kind of forcing
myself. I agree. I'm
kind of forcing myself to play through it so I can get to the second one and witness greatness like everyone tells me. But Kingdom Hearts 1 is really a struggle, and I don't know, man.
I don't think you're gonna get a lot of arguments against that.
I don't know, man, because I know there's some diehard. I know there's some diehard fans of it, but the first one is really a struggle for me, man. It's really a struggle. I'm at what's that world with Little Mermaid?
You under the sea.
What's that world called, man?
Atlantis, right?
Atlantis.
Yeah, Atlantis.
That's
under the sea.
Yeah. I'm really struggling. Really struggling. Hopefully it
That
gets
world is
better.
trash, by the way.
Hopefully it gets better with the second one. I'm gonna beat it. Jack somehow pulled through. I know his ass didn't enjoy it, but he pulled through. I'm gonna
Did it for the people.
I'm
Did it for the
gonna
people.
I'm gonna do it as well. So yeah. Jack, weapon.
Jack, you have the same answer, Jack?
Weapon. No, I definitely don't have the same answer. If I had to think of one real quick, probably like the I think it was the Tesla gun from the Order, like the joint that shoot the lightning.
Oh, yeah.
That's
That is a good
fire,
one.
right?
That thing did damage. I think I'll route something like that. I can see myself.
I'll go
Order in
quickly.
general,
If I had to
that's
pick two or just one, I know I'm supposed to pick one, but I'll say two. I'll pick the Hammer of Dawn because that shit's fucking sick, but it's kind of useless when the satellite ain't around. But the Hammer of Dawn is lit. Can you imagine having a gun that can just shoot a giant laser from space and hit anywhere? Like
That'd be
that's
crazy.
crazy. When you think about a weapon, that's a fucking beast ass weapon. And I would say maybe the energy sword. I kind of like the energy sword. I think that's
From Halo.
Oh man, you guys are boring.
all right. Oh, the portal gun. That's a good one. Super Spyro. That's a good one.
You can go anywhere,
The
right?
port, not that. Not that. You basically could just make portals and shit, but that's actually pretty cool.
Well, yeah. Well, no, but anywhere. I mean,
yeah,
they shoot
go
on the moon.
anywhere.
Yeah.
That's anywhere.
Oh, they shoot
Like,
anywhere?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can't I shoot
They
it to,
create a
like,
portal somewhere. Yeah.
Can't I shoot it into a bank and then go in there and get all the money?
Nah, but
Yeah.
wait. The way, because I played Portal 1 and I beat Portal 1. Like, doesn't the way it works, like, you actually gotta, like, go physically be at
It
that.
has to be a smooth
You have to
surface.
physically be at that location to shoot one wormhole,
Well, no,
right?
but it's anywhere. I mean, not to spoil a fucking 15-year-old game or anything, but at the end of Portal 2, you actually shoot a hole is in the roof, and you actually shoot a portal to the moon, and it sucks someone out to the moon. So, I mean, you could put the
Sheesh.
entrance in Xware anywhere you can look.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I see. I never finished Portal
That's a
2,
good
so I
one.
didn't. But I played the first Portal.
Yeah.
that'd
Okay.
be a cool weapon.
Because the only downside I can think about that weapon is like you gotta be there to shoot one orange, and you gotta be somewhere to shoot blue. You know what I mean? So that's why I was saying that.
You guys ever played Fear?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
I've never played
Remember
Fear.
the HV penetrator?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Whoa.
And
Yeah.
that sounds like some
It
freaky
had to be
ass.
called
Sound a little sus. What's going on?
Penetrator.
Had
Wait.
to
a
be
minute.
the
That sounds mad freaky right now.
Fear, So Fear has a
Yeah.
gun called the 10mm HV penetrator.
Oh boy.
And it fires 10mm spikes that shoot out and they impale the person and they stick them to the fucking wall as you fire them. And it has the best sound effect ever I've heard in a gun. Like, Fear is one of the best FPS games ever made. That fucking game, that fucking gun just goes toot, 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 and you fucking pin dudes, boom, to the fucking wall. And then they ragdoll and you can pin their fucking arms if you want to and all that
I gotta
shit.
play Fear.
It's fucking
I gotta play
awesome.
the first Fear.
You need to
That's
stream
like
Fear.
the javelin gun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or
The
what is it
BFG
that-
from Doom is nice, yes, but it's a classic. Everybody picks that one because it's so overpowered.
What
But
about
the penetrator.
Go ahead,
the
Dreamcast.
black hole gun? The black hole gun from Turok. Remember where like you shoot it,
The
it
cerebral
would-
bore.
Well, the cerebral bore from Turok too, but in the first
The
game
fuck?
there was one you had to put in cheat codes to get that would shoot a tiny black hole. It would actually bend reality for
And
a
suck
couple
everything in.
seconds. Yeah, I love that.
But dude, the cerebral bore in Turok 2, when you find that little robot and it bored into the fucking dinosaur's brain and blood shot everywhere out and they just fucking screamed and they fell on the floor. Y'all missing out, man.
I played the first Turok, not the second one.
Yeah.
Y'all missing out on really great
I played the
guns.
first one.
Y'all gonna love this shit.
Damn.
Y'all gonna love this shit right here, yeah.
What is
Y'all gonna
this?
love this one.
Oh,
You've been going to
to-
work.
to-
Yeah. I got my highlight. Let's go. I'm good. I got
Yes.
my highlight. Yo, shout out to Press Start Memes, man. I finally got my highlight time, man.
And then Alex says it. Alex says it.
Yes.
Y'all see it?
Jack in the back.
Today,
Yeah, you guys go to Weapon Wheel, or no, is it Weapon Wheel? Or
Press
Press
Start
Start?
Memes.
Press Start Memes.
Today,
Follow both, follow both.
today, Junior.
All right. Our next question from Jay Legend. Go ahead, Erica. I think everyone answered. So Jay Legend.
I didn't answer though.
Oh, you didn't?
Oh,
Oh,
I didn't
okay.
answer.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I know we kind of talked about this before, and I did say the axe from God of War, but I also Gears, the boom shot. If I could lift it though, that gun looks really heavy, but if I could, I want to mess around with that. Like that'd be awesome.
You just reminded me of the I don't know why, but the auger for resistance. where and the primary shooter it shoots rounds through walls, but then the secondary you can put up a force field. That should.
Okay, so the next question is from Jay Legend. He asks, what, in your opinion, will be accepted with open arms among the mainstream and core gamers first? VR gaming or cloud gaming?
I say cloud.
Cloud.
I say cloud.
Wait,
I would do cloud before
amongst who?
VR.
For the mainstream and core gamers first.
Okay.
Probably
I say
cloud,
cloud.
yeah.
I would say cloud because even
Yeah.
even some core gamers don't do VR. Like I don't do VR.
I
Yeah.
can't.
Yeah, I can't do it.
I couldn't play Batman.
Yeah, I get sick, so it's not for
I
me
get
at
so
all. Period. So unless
I don't think core gamers fucking with cloud gaming though.
But
over
this is the thing,
VR,
though,
over VR, J Main though,
Nah,
you're
I don't
joking,
think so.
bro.
you
Nah.
would have to go out and buy a VR.
I wouldn't.
So
I mean, I'd rather do that. Me personally, I'd rather do that than fuck with cloud.
so
gaming.
if you had a choice to
nah.
either VR or cloud game, you're saying you're going.
I'm going VR.
I'm going
I think
cloud
I think a
gaming.
lot of people in like the core community will go VR over cloud.
I'm
gaming.
going cloud, man. I can't
Nah.
fucking deal with VR, man.
It's an easier
Cloud
transition.
gaming, we talking streaming, right?
Yeah, streaming.
Yeah.
Oh hell yeah, no,
So
nobody's fucking with that.
you'll
shit.
pick VR over that? Oh, VR makes me sick though.
Absolutely, absolutely.
I would have to
I
drop
thought
gaming.
people wouldn't buy digital games over physical, but
I will
definitely
actually.
don't.
I my view has very much changed on VR over the course of the last year because my roommate is obsessed with VR. He has a supercomputer that can do it, and it's definitely come a long way. And they've definitely built a lot of subtle things in it that it doesn't give people movement sickness nearly as bad. I get terrible movement sickness when I'm just trying to review a Sonic game, but VR doesn't really do it anymore. It actually it's built a lot better. So I do think that it's going to be a niche, but I think that people will be more accepting of VR, especially when it's cheap and easy over cloud gaming, which is, I mean, we need physical infrastructure to be built in this country for cloud gaming to exist.
Yeah.
That latency, man, I'm telling
So
you.
we got another donation.
That is
I
the
gotta
hardest thing.
read.
I mean, both
Go ahead.
would take forever, but
I think VR will be more accepted in the core gaming audience when you get like that second iteration of Vive and stuff like that.
No
You know, the
wires.
frame rate.
Yeah, when it starts,
Wireless. I needed wireless. I needed a shit ton sharper and way more frames before probably someone
That
like
that
me.
screen door effect is so fucked up.
Even
because
on all of them.
there's-
I've tried it PSVR and
Yeah, the resolution just gets to you because you're like, oh, I can see everything, and because it's right here, and you're like, no thanks.
Yeah.
I don't know. There needs to be.
I
a lot
played
of stuff that has to
GT
be done.
Sport on PSVR. I played Project Cars on Oculus, and just even like a driving game. Because since you're looking in the distance, like when shit looks pixelated ahead of you, it's just uncomfortable to me. Like it's really uncomfortable. It needs to be much sharper. Maybe that's why I get the headaches and I feel nauseous. I feel like throwing up and stuff like that. So
Yeah, I still have yet to try it, but like I was saying, just Batman.
yeah.
Things in first person sometimes get me, I just start feeling sick. So I'm afraid to try it, to be honest. Like every time I go to an event and there's all this VR stuff, I just pass it because I don't want to ruin my day. I can't risk it. Can't risk it.
I get motion sickness really bad too. That's why I haven't gotten the VR too. But if I had to choose one, I'm dying for VR rather than streaming games.
I'd rather stream. Kenbo 559 sent us a donation. We appreciate it. He says, podcast is sounding more professional. Love how you're showcasing the guests and not interrupting each other every 30 seconds. Keep it up. You see, our chemistry is getting a lot better. You know, I had to talk to these guys, be like, yo, we got to be a little bit more organized. So today, you know, it's a little bit more organized. So thanks, Kenny, for the donation. We definitely listen to all the feedback. If you guys have any improvements for the podcast or any suggestions for us, or just hit me up in a DM, I'm willing to listen to almost any idea, you know. So I appreciate it. Erica, the next one.
Okay. Hustle and Motive? That's Mav, aka Mav. Yeah, he says, I have no question tonight, but I just wanted to leave words of encouragement for everyone on the panel and in the chat. Stay focused, work hard, get inspired, and get motivated.
Mav, we appreciate it, man.
Mav.
Real talk.
I like
Thanks for all the
that.
support, man. You've been supporting us for a long time, man. Long time. Appreciate it.
Mav's awesome.
Yeah.
What's up, man?
We got
Take those to the heart.
3 more questions. Then we're gonna talk about HellBlade quickly. Or I guess we could talk about HellBlade right now. Let's actually just hit that out. Then
What's up with HellBlade?
Speaking of
HellBlade.
VR.
Yeah, since we're already talking about VR, let's talk
right.
about that because that's our last main topic. Then we got like 3 more Patreon questions, and that's about it. So HellBlade announced that they got a VR edition of the game coming out, and it's coming out to PC exclusively. It's not coming out to PSVR. So obviously when they made this announcement on their Twitter post, they got a whole bunch of comments saying PSVR, and they came out with a statement saying that the game cannot be done. The game in VR cannot be done in PSVR. The experience that they're delivering is only meant for high-end PCs. And Jack, I think you called bullshit, and I was kind of with you. I was kind of with you a little bit too at first. Until I seen the minimum requirements for PC. They weren't lying. The minimum requirements is a 1080. That's kind of crazy. So, Jack, what's your thoughts on HellBlade being exclusive to the PC and not coming to PSVR? Is it because they're owned by Microsoft now? Because we all know that Microsoft has acquired the studio. So, what's your thoughts?
When I originally heard that it was getting VR but not on PSVR, I definitely thought, okay, you know, well, we're not stupid. We know what's going on with this. But then, like you said, I heard the requirements. 1080. Me personally, I'm not too well versed on VR, but there are way bigger games on VR that do not have such requirements. And HellBlade is a very linear game, man. So I'm trying to figure out, is this poorly optimized? Is it gonna look like the craziest, the best looking VR game ever? Like, why does it require this? I'm not understanding that personally, but I mean, I don't know. I mean, you gotta have a very strong fucking PC to play it. So I guess maybe they're not lying. I don't know.
Yeah, because if the minimum requirements is a 1080, that's pretty fucking crazy.
Yeah, that's
wild
right there.
Because a 1070 is what they recommend for that.
Yeah, that's wild
That's
right
wild.
there. Yeah.
Dreamcast guy, what's your thoughts on this?
I do think that this is at least partially motivated by the Microsoft acquisition. I bet that it's one of those things where they're probably wanting to make it on as many platforms as possible, and then they signed the deal with Microsoft, and they went, okay, well then let's do this right. Let's aim for high-end PCs and really crank this out the way we actually want, instead of trying to make a multi-tiered programming. Let's just go for one thing. I think it's going to be cool, but I think that's the motivation.
Yeah,
Microsoft out sabotaging the
a good
VR.
point. Maybe they always wanted to do this, but maybe they got acquired by Microsoft, and now they're like, okay, let's switch up and let's just make it a full-blown PC experience.
That's exactly what happened.
Maybe that's what happened. So maybe it was in the pipeline for them to bring this to everything, though. But who knows, right? All right, so Erica, you want to read the last 2 questions? Let's answer these and get the hell out of here.
Yeah, let's do this. That last one's a long one, but the one before that's from Francisco, which is Burro, I believe.
Burro.
Hey.
He says, if you could live in a world of a video game of your choosing, what would it be and why?
Erica?
I always struggle with this question. I don't know. I think usually when a whole world.
What's a nice world?
Want me to go first?
All right, Jamie.
Yeah, if you got one, do it.
It's easy for me. I'm going Kingdom Hearts. I tell y'all, that's my.
You want to be with Goofy?
Yes, I want to do all the Disney characters. I'm
Final
going
Fantasy.
going to Pride Land. If I could be in Pride Land chilling with Simba, fucking Timon and Pumbaa, that's the life. You know what I'm saying? We fighting Heartless and shit like this. Shit is lit, man. Give me Kingdom Hearts.
Yo, I got one. Definitely, I agree with Nev. Out of all the game worlds, I think it would be kind of lit to live in a Pokemon world, bro. That would be actually kind of hard, dog.
Pokemon would be.
That would be kind of hard if you think about it. That would be kind of fire.
Pokemon would be fire.
Yeah, I kind of agree with that. That would be fire as hell.
I think I would love to live in Final Fantasy VII, that version of Gaia, because I think it's interesting of like everybody can use anything they want. Like the fact that magic is not built into people, it's not genetic, it's just stones you pick up, materia. So, and I also like the fact that across that game you see zombies and underground ships and weird mutants and cool space aliens. I think it'd be really cool to live in a world that sort of mixes together a bunch of different fantasy, but has cars and stuff. So I'm not actually having to ride a horse around in a fantasy world.
Yeah. A good one.
Jack?
I'm gonna say I don't know why I'm picking this because this would be a horrible word living. I'm gonna go Rapture from BioShock.
What?
Oh, damn.
That is a horrible world to live in, bro.
I won't smoke, man. I won't smoke.
That is horrible. E-Rock in the chat says
Big
Cyberpunk.
daddies?
E-Rock in the chat says Cyberpunk world. That's pretty cool.
If you're not picking Deus Ex, you're fucking wrong.
Mm.
Deus Ex.
Why
is the
shouldn't we
answer.
picking Deus Ex?
Augmented people and shit like
Deus
that.
Ex is the answer, man. That's the fucking answer.
Yeah, that's cool.
Why do you pick that? What do you say that?
It's the fucking coolest. It's got nanomachines. It's got fucking cyber arms. You got fucking crazy air hexagons everywhere. Fucking thumping ass bass. Crazy cities and towns. Shit's
Everybody
fucking
sounds
nuts.
so unhappy.
Everybody's shooting shit into their neck and getting high as fuck. It's
Whoa.
It's all about Deus Ex, man. If you're not picking Deus Ex, what are you doing? What are you doing?
Everyone in Deus Ex sounds so unhappy though. Like you could meet a guy who's like a cybernetic bobuilder and 200 years old, and he's immediately like, "Let me tell you about the war." Like everybody in the Deus Ex universe is like got chronic depression.
Nanomachines, son.
Yeah.
Can I say Detroit? And so I can
Ew,
have an
fucking
Android? Yes, I could have an Android do all my chores. And...
Oh, wait, you didn't set them free?
Whoa.
we'll have an
man.
agreement.
Erica.
Like we'll be cool. They'll be free, but they'll still help me out. I can still use them to help me out.
Indentured servant is what you said.
I don't
Dragging the
know.
whip on the Android. That's
Something futuristic.
Yeah.
Erica's lazy. Hey man,
It says Erica wants
Ew.
sex bots. That's what it says right here.
Whoa.
that's my new hashtag now. It's robot side piece.
Whoa.
that was like a inside joke I had with my followers.
Robot side piece?
Oh,
Just have
man.
them on the side, you know. So I figured.
Go ahead and read
out.
the next one, Erica, for us. The last two.
What is it?
Whew, I'll take a deep breath.
Louis
Okay, so-
Salazar.
Louis Salazar, what's up? He says, "What are some comparisons in gaming that you guys have come across that, in your opinion, you don't understand why they are being compared? Because you think one thing is clearly better than the other thing that is being compared to. For example, Final Fantasy VI and Chrono Trigger are often compared when talking about the best JRPG on the SNES. In my opinion, Chrono Trigger is much better than Final Fantasy VI and shouldn't be in the same sentence." Another one, yeah, he's got like comparisons. SNES versus Genesis. I don't know. I think that comparison's fine.
They're
but
both 16-bit consoles that came out at the same time. How are they not compared?
he says to me it's laughable. I don't know. I mean, they came out at the same time. That was the console war at the time.
I think if you're comparing something that is not even in the same genre,
Yeah.
then that doesn't make any sense. But Final Fantasy VI and Chrono Trigger, you can easily compare those two games. Although Chrono Trigger is better than 6, that doesn't mean you can't compare the two because they even have the same sprite-based art styles. They even have the same, like, they're easily comparable games by the same publisher and developer, no less. So,
Well, I'll say to make a comparison that's made a lot that's usually controversial when it's made is everybody talked about Horizon Zero Dawn versus Zelda Breath of the Wild in the same breath last year because they came out the same week.
Yeah.
And I feel like people kind of forget humans, our brains work in patterns. That's how we hunt. That's how we know things. That's how we build up relationships is patterns. That is how we evolved. And so because of it, even when we're trying to look at video games, we want to try and stick the Legos together, even if they don't quite line up. So yes, true, Horizon is much more of a classic RPG because it's leveling and has gear scaling, and Zelda is much more about just exploration. People still just try and line them up as much as they can. So I think even if it's a bad comparison, people can't help but compare things.
Okay, he kind of followed up in the chat. He says strictly quality. So I guess he's trying to say, in his opinion, one is really much better than the other one. So why are they on the same wave, I guess?
But
that's opinion, though. You know?
Well, and it's also so I am a professional reviewer. I literally pay my rent by reviewing games, and something that reviewers pat myself on the back. No, but so something that reviewers talk to each other about a lot is that it's very difficult to score a game. So if I gave a 10 out of 10 to God of War and then I give 10 out of 10 to Spider-Man, those aren't at all similar. So they're both 10s, but one of them is about like being a father and learning about the joys of a beard, while the other one is about swinging around New York City. So it's one of the things where ranking quality is such a weird, murky science, anyways.
Yeah. Yeah, every game's different. You know, one.
I got a comparison that bothers me.
You know
What?
I think it's abysmal shame for any game ever created, any fucking game. Listen to what I'm telling y'all, man. Any game to be compared to the fucking GOAT known as Rise Son of Rome. Okay? Rise revolutionized this shit, okay? I ain't been the same since I played Rise.
Comparisons that bother me. I don't really get bothered because I really don't give a crap that much, but it's always funny to see when I see people, even something so as recent as the Nintendo Switch with like hardware like the Xbox One X and the PS4 Pro. Like
that's a good one.
It's crazy. Like I know one day you guys want to call it a handheld, one day you guys want to call it a home console, but when you really take in the hardware, what it offers, it's not really comparable to these consoles. Like if you're just being real, like so it's a silly comparison, but people are gonna do it, so I let them. Let them have at it.
Yeah.
Let them have at it. So it's whatever.
Yeah, because they're out at the same time.
Yeah,
it's one of that.
Yeah,
that
like
thing.
they're not really comparable at all. Like the two devices are not comparable at all. It really isn't. But
yeah, it's a good one.
And that's the thing too. It's almost like they want the Switch to be a PS4.
Yeah,
they want it to be an Xbox. They want the same exact experience, same graphics, same
knowing what it is,
knowing
what it is too.
Yeah.
You know what it is. So
it's a handheld.
I mean, we're probably guilty of that too, though, with like comparing Xbox and PlayStation. Like
not really, but those are way similar than those are way similar.
No, I'm talking about the games. I'm talking about the games. Like the games, like we criticize Xbox for the games that they put out, but there's a bunch of people that like the products that they're putting out. Where we look at games like God of War and Horizon, like why can't they do that? You know what I mean? So I mean, it is a quality thing as well. So that definitely plays a part. But I think even when we're talking about the future of gaming, I think we'll start seeing like them two like go different directions, shit like.
Yeah, streaming and then traditional.
Yeah, I don't know what they're gonna do with that. Like it's weird.
Yeah,
it's really weird.
I
want Sony to release like their Switch console.
I want them to do. I just want them to have a regular traditional. I rather them like focus on like a handheld than a VR headset. For me personally, that would fit my life so much better. Some people disagree. That's just my personal opinion. I want them to bring a normal console like they usually do, and maybe like PS4 Go or something. I think Sony wants to bring a handheld, but right now the technology is not there for them to do it how they want to do it. That's how I feel like it. Like I feel like if they had the opportunity to like really move PS4 games like over to like a smaller platform, they would. But I don't think the technology is out there right now to really run some of these games the way they want to run. So when the technology is available, I feel like they'll probably dive deep into it, because I think they got a new chief, and he was or a chief. What was that guy's name? Does anyone know? You know what I'm talking about, right? A new head, right? A new head replacing Yoshida, right? Or something like that, right?
No, he replaced.
He replaced somebody, man.
Was
this
Andrew?
No, because we talked about this on the podcast, but he was even saying that like he actually sees a market for like handhelds and stuff like that. You know, they kind of
Kaz Hirai. He replaced Kaz Hirai.
Because he retracted from that. The old saying that he actually sees a market for this shit. So I think Sony will be willing to do it, but I just think maybe the tech's not right now for them to do it. So I'm with it. If they do it, I'm day one. I was disappointed with the Vita. I just want their full support if they bring another.
Oh, it was Andrew House. My bad.
Who did they replace?
He replaced Andrew House. Kenichiro Yoshida replaced Andrew.
Okay.
Love
all right. Last one.
I have one more comparison though.
Okay.
One more real quick.
Okay.
Anything compared to Dark Souls when it shouldn't be, just because it's hard.
Oh yeah.
Just because Crash.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a big one.
Yeah.
Anything.
Stop calling everything Dark Souls.
it's like these, I guess, younger gamers. I don't know if they're the ones doing this, but
Anything
they
as hard as
they
Dark
compare it
Souls.
to Dark Souls. Yeah.
Yeah.
You see,
And
there was
totally
that,
different genres.
there was that awesome headline that everybody was making fun of, where some journalist was talking to Cory Balrog, the director of God of War, and he said, like, in the quote, he's just being like, we consider our combat very hard. It's difficult in a tight, good way, sort of in the style of Dark Souls, but we don't want people to draw that comparison. And so the headline of the article was, director of God of War says combat like Dark Souls.
Oh,
Like,
boy.
no.
Oh, come on, you can't even mention it.
Dark
Because
Souls.
it's such a clean thing for them to put
I
up
see
there and
that
get
Dark
clicks
Souls
for.
wave, like
Mm-hmm.
it made like that made a big impact in this industry because so many games follow that template now. So they really did their thing from software
Right.
when they're creating that whole thing. It became like a whole craze. All right, Erica, the last one so we can get
Oh.
out of here. I think Dreamcast gotta get going too soon. So
I don't have a last one. That was it.
that was the last one. No,
That's it.
Yeah.
Jay Harvey has one more. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, Javier?
Where?
Or who? Where? I don't see it. I don't see
No,
it.
I'll post it.
Um,
I'll post it. Wait, hold on. Since you're
I
in
only
charge of
see
this,
Lewis on the
Let
end.
me see.
Yeah, I don't.
Okay, maybe he
I don't
just
know if
posted
you-
this recently. That's why, or not.
Oh,
so long
okay.
ago.
Oh, I thought you messed up Javier again.
No, it's not. No,
My bad.
It's not meds.
Okay,
It's
so-
not meds.
So Jay Harvey, he says best video game story that doesn't tell you a story. For example, mine is Limbo. Hardhead. Wait, what? I guess did he think Hardhead was gonna be here?
No, I guess no.
Mm,
Alright, it's
okay,
from the chat.
I'll just say it. Hardhead, who be cutting your hair?
Damn.
He says it. It looks like you forgot to pay for the season pass.
Oh,
Damn.
Oh,
Wow.
y'all taking shots at Hardhead here. Hardhead, who be cutting your hair?
He ain't
EA?
even here.
Erica didn't read it with enough flavor. He said, Hardhead, who be cutting your hair? EA? Nigga shit be looking
EA?
like forgot to pay for a season pass.
Let's go.
That's
Yo, shout out to
hilarious.
Hardhead. That's a bro though. So to answer his question, Erica, wanna go first?
The other game, I can't think of the name right now. Not Limbo, but what's the
Inside.
Inside.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
that
say
was-
that one. That one was wild. That was a crazy game. I love that game.
I'm gonna go with
Consider
Journey. I'll pick Journey. That
That's
was
a good one too.
that was
Damn.
a good game.
That's a good one.
Doesn't tell you a story.
Yeah,
Like
there's-
outright,
Outright?
just dialogue. Yeah,
Right, yeah.
but there is
Inside is a
story.
really good one. I might have to, piggyback on that one. Inside was a really good one. I really enjoyed Inside.
That was a good game.
Nobody gonna pick Firewatch? All
Ew.
right, never mind.
Oh man.
Thought that joint got a story. I can't think of one, bro.
Inside is a good one. No, Abzu is a good one too. Abzu.
Abzu is a good
Abzu.
one.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say
That's a really good
Shadow
one.
of the Colossus.
Oh,
Shadow
Yeah,
of
that
the
doesn't really
Colossus,
tell you a
that's a
story
good
either. That is true.
Damn.
That is true.
That's a good one.
That
That's
is
a good
true.
one.
You're all missing one. There's one more you could say too, but you're missing.
Well,
see,
I know
I-
one
I'm-
too.
I'm-
Go ahead, Dreamcast guy.
I'm gonna cheat. I'm gonna cheat and tell a game that has a lot of story, but some of the best ones are the ones that are completely wordless, which is a lot of stuff in Skyrim. There are a lot of different little environmental stories in the
Yeah.
caves. Like I once went into a cave and there were all these mechanical spiders that were made out of like Dwarven technology, and they had taken people's brains over. So there were all these like spider zombies in this cave, and I killed all of them. And at the very bottom, I found all these like lab experiments where clearly somebody was trying to tinker with these things to see if they
Yeah.
could bring them back to life.
Yeah.
It did, and it killed all the scientists down there. And just stumbling upon that randomly was so much better written than any real story could be.
Mhm. Unravel,
Remember Fallout
Unravel as
3
well.
when they did the
I can put
Gary
that
thing?
there too.
Unravel.
Yeah, you can put that
Eco. You guys are forgetting Eco.
there. Yeah.
Oh, Eco
Unravel.
was good.
Unravel's good.
Breath of the Wild
Jack, you
facts.
got one? I know.
I'm trying to think of one that ain't got a story.
I would say
Well, they don't tell you.
Yeah.
They don't tell you like the story straight up. Well, you can
Alex
even
in the chat.
even put in the Dark Souls games and the Bloodborne. They don't even tell you the story like
That
straight up.
works too.
Yeah, they work.
Yep.
Yeah,
Well,
You can
Bloodborne.
play
It's
Bloodborne.
got the lore, but
Dude, 1,000,000%, no joke. I'll actually say, and I'm dead serious about this. I really, really like Fortnite, because every single time you drop on the map, you make a story.
It's a different story.
I have so many freaking, but then also on the map itself, there are a lot of different stories. Like you can see, there's definitely like a super villains layer there now and stuff. There's all this environmental storytelling where you can tell that tons of stuff is happening, even if nobody steps forward and says it to you.
Jack, you think?
I'll go.
I'll go Little Nightmares.
Little Nightmares. All right, that's perfect.
Oh,
That's a good one.
I wanted to get to that game.
Yeah, I haven't played that either.
I remember when they first
Pretty
showed
good,
it.
pretty good.
I think I'm waiting for Halloween. I'm gonna do a stream,
Awesome.
play that game.
Didn't you get that game free?
Oh yeah, and you
Come on,
still
still ain't
haven't
played
played
it?
it?
That's crazy.
All right, so
My stream,
Still ain't played
all right, so this
it.
my
podcast.
stream earlier already gave me a hard
All
time.
right, so this podcast, we figured out Kofi can't say no big words. Erica plays no damn video games. Alex is still really gay.
Duh.
Jack is Mr. Fantastic. Dreamcast guy's cool, and J Main's still a weirdo. You don't like.
Still a weirdo.
Man.
Somebody said Labo in the chat. That's a good one.
Yeah. All right, so let's
Labo?
let's wrap it up. We're gonna go ahead. I hope everyone enjoyed the podcast, man. Go ahead and hit that like button if you enjoyed the podcast. Shout out to everyone watching the podcast live. Shout out to it's Black Ace. I believe he's the one who won the Nintendo Switch, which he says that he wants to get the gift card instead. So cool.
Aw, no
He said,
Switch game.
he said he already has one. So
He already got one.
got one. So,
He already got one.
So that's dope. I'm gonna be contacting you in the Patreon DMs. Make sure you check out the podcast on SoundCloud, iTunes. I know I'd be late posting that shit, but it's both of them are gonna be up today. I promise. Okay, both of them are gonna be up. So we're gonna go ahead and do the outros, and we're gonna start off with our guest, Dreamcast guy.
Yeah, you can just find me at youtube.com/dreamcastguy. I got some big projects coming up, some cool stuff. Most importantly, though, I'm actually going to be doing a real deep dive into the Call of Duty Black Ops 4 beta coming up on the 3rd. So if you're not subscribed already, definitely now's the time to jump on, because since that game is multiplayer only, I want to rip the beta apart and really see if this game is going to be worth $60 without a story.
I think that should be a good
I'll be
one.
watching that. Yeah, I'll be watching that.
Alex, go ahead and do your outro.
Thanks everybody for coming by and chilling on the Press Start podcast. That NyQuil is really kicking in. This weekend I will be streaming more Metal Gear Solid 1 for Stream the Series, and it's going to be on YouTube and on Twitch, so watch me there. New videos are going to be coming out next week as well, and I hope to see you guys soon.
Erica.
Good podcast. I'll be streaming again very soon. Some games. Okay, I'm gonna be playing some games. I'm actually streaming on Mixer now. So if you guys like Mixer, it's not bad over there. So I stream over there, and then also on Twitch. So follow me on Twitch, Mixer, and YouTube. Eric Cuts for the win. And I'll see you guys later.
J Main.
Great show. Dreamcast guy, it was always nice having you on the show.
Definitely,
And
thank you.
Appreciate everybody in the chat for rocking with us weekly. Shout out to Black Ace for winning that giveaway.
Dope.
And y'all can catch me on Twitch. I'm starting to stream over there, playing Dead Space 2 for the first time.
Ooh,
fire.
Yeah,
Fire.
we're gonna do that. We're gonna do that over there. And I'm also on Twitter and YouTube, same name, JMain518. And yeah, y'all have a great weekend and see y'all next week.
And Jack Move Johnny.
Appreciate all y'all for watching, man. Make sure y'all check me out on YouTube and on Twitter. Not on Twitch because they banned my motherfucking ass. But Jack Move. I might be back in November though. I might be back. Cross your fingers. I might be back in November, man. Jack Move Johnny. I appreciate y'all for watching.
Yeah, shout out to everybody once again. We appreciate every single one of y'all, man. Thanks for roasting me, and I had a good time trying to read some of these big ass words that are not in my vocabulary, but it was fun. And we're gonna see you guys next week. Yeah, so that's it, people. Take it easy.
Bye.
All right, man. Yo, fuck all these guys who be, you know what I'm saying? Like these chat man.
Whoa.
Are we live? Oh, we live?
We
We
live?
live? Oh, my bad. Oh, my bad. Oh, my bad. Oh, my bad. Oh, my bad.
In the podcast, player.
Take it easy, people, man.